Sorry, YouTube. I've just fixed the audio. I'm so sorry. Go. Oh, pause real quick. Discord, are you also getting no audio from me? People in the Discord chat? You should be. I don't know any reason why you wouldn't be. Yeah, if Khari can hear me, you should be able to.
Yeah, okay. I can hear you.
Not here. You guys don't hear it in the YouTube chat. That in the Discord chat. That's confusing. I don't know how it would be possible for you to not be able to hear. Check if it's on your end, Leah. Yeah, I don't know why or how that would be possible. We'll carry on. If I think of something, then we'll try it. All right. And then maximum pitch range, so as high as you can go and as low as you can go.
Okay.
Excuse me, sorry. Mucus. Okay, and then up to the top for a pitch siren.
Okay.
Okay, and then same thing at the bottom.
Okay.
excuse me. Okay, so, all right, to have a little play with your voice then, I think we'll start off with weight, because I think we could afford to lose a little bit more weight if we wanted to. So we'll check in with that first and just see how things are going. So, reminder of the weight drill. I don't remember if I was still using, or if I was using this weight drill yet when I was teaching you first.
It was a while. Yeah.
It was a while ago. So the weight drill, as it is right now, is we start with a really a lower pitched, really buzzy sound. So and then we start dragging our pitch up to try and lose that weight. And then once we've got to our desired lighter weight, we start bringing that pitch back down again to a normal pitch, maintaining that lighter weight. As we go up in pitch, that'll help us instinctively to shed weight because of a slight pitch weight connection. So as long as we then remove that pitch change again at the end, then all we have at the end is a weight change. So full drill sounds like this. So you can hear how I've ended up with this kind of a sound as opposed to this kind of a sound that I started off with. You hear that difference?
Yeah, I noticed that when I'm trying my fem voice too, when I go higher, I also it seems I also try to maintain the weight, the heavy weight.
Yeah, sure.
So that's why it becomes strenuous.
Okay. So
Now
we'll try
that
to.
you showed the drill, I connected the dots.
Yeah. So okay, we'll try to reduce that weight then and see how that does. In terms of like things feeling strenuous or any physical, really anything that you notice physically, let me know about them because usually that's a sign that something's going wrong. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's just like I told you, the other classes. I have the habit of forcing my voice when it's at a higher pitch. It's just a habit.
Yeah.
It's really hard to let go.
Avoid that then.
Yeah. I'll keep it in mind.
All right. Okay. Give it a go. Oh, if you end up in
Can you show
your
me one more
M2
time?
by the way, you're like, all the way up here. That's totally fine. Just as long as you come back down into your normal M1 by the end of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you show me one more time?
Yeah, of course. So we're going to start at that lower pitch with that really thick, heavy voice. And we're going to start dragging that up. Lightening our weight as we go, which should be very easy and very intuitive to do. Like moving up in pitch pretty much on its own will have us lightening our weight. And then engage with that, listen for that weight change. Once you hear it at a nice light weight, start bringing it back down and pitch again. And just bring it down to like where you would typically be speaking at. So like, so now I'm at a pitch that I'd normally be speaking at. This is pretty normal for me. And I've kept that lighter weight going from the drill as opposed to it moving to a sound like this. Yeah?
Okay, let me try. So,
Right.
Yeah, straight.
Okay,
Straight.
first thing to watch
We're
out for is watch out for any breathiness. I can hear a little bit of breathiness creeping into that. So watch out for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe like that.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting the lighter weight there. We've also started bringing in something else though. There's like an kind of sound, like an
Buzziness.
But it's not just a buzziness. Like you've got this odd sound coming through. Like if do the drill again and then do some talking into it, and you'll hear there's like a new tone that's been brought into your voice.
Okay, I'm trying. Kind of like this.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So can you hear how... Okay, we've struggled to remove a weight there, but we've added an extra something. Can you hear the something that you've added?
Yeah, that's kind of
This,
on my lips.
Yeah, so try to avoid that coming into it. All we're looking for is just pitch go up, pitch go down. And as that's happening,
Okay.
our weight lightens and then stays at that lighter weight. So we'll start off, we'll just get ordinary sound, but just add a little bit of buzziness to it, and then just just do that to start with.
Okay.
Okay, not bad, not bad. Good, good. That's your lighter weight. Okay, that again into speaking.
Okay. Okay. Can I have some phrases? So
Yeah. I'll give you a
those
prompt
are always
instead.
easier with me.
Why don't you tell me about what you've been up to since your last lesson, like months and months ago? Yeah, just
Yeah. It
talk
was
to me
many
about it.
months.
Yeah. That could be your topic.
Okay. Okay. Let me try again.
All right.
Right. So, I think the biggest thing I did was going out to a different city and visiting my friend whom I only knew from the internet. So that was great. She gave me basically a lesson in all things woman, like makeup and dresses, and it was a great experience. That was like a month ago.
Yeah, that's fucking sick. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Struggling to keep all of that buzziness out there. The other thing I'm
Yeah.
noticing is I think this extra tone. Now I've heard it a bit more. It sounded like it might be like a form of twang, but like a not so twangy twang.
Yeah. I
Give
had
me a
that
go.
previously too.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Good that you can remember all our previous lessons because I've had way too many lessons in Zen to remember.
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's have a little play of twang real quick, just so we can like isolate this, and then it won't have to impact your weight stuff. So, as a reminder of how to play with twang, there's a bunch of different voices we can use to like get into twang. But it's generally this kind of a sound where we have this. It's like a very
Squidward.
bright. Yeah, like Squidward, like a very bright.
Yeah.
A very bright buzzy sound. Some people call it nasality. It's nothing to do with nasality. Has nothing to do with your nose. It's a completely separate variable. But people call it that. So things that you've heard called nasality might be it.
I didn't know. Yeah.
I don't know why people do that, but it's like a thing, I guess. So yeah, you can try Squidward voice. You could try baby crying, like really over dramatic, like wee. Okay, I'm talking like this, and then I have all of this twang going on. We can also try robot voice, like I am a robot. They have this kind of really. If I remove that pitch pattern again, they have this really twangy sound to like indicate that they're like an electrical thing, I guess. Witch cackles work quite well, like okay, and this brings all of that twangy sound again to like have that creepy, evilly vibe. Yeah, any of those can work, so take your pick.
Yeah, I think I got it.
Yeah, that's spot on. That's exactly it. Okay, can we turn that off and on? You can tell me more about what you've been up to. Going back and forth.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I think so. Okay. Let me do the drill again. So
start. We'll not worry about the drill right now. We'll just go that turning off and on as we just talk to me for a bit. Just like every sentence or so. Switch between twang and no twang. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I met my friends there, and it was lovely to be in an open and supportive environment.
How's it?
And for so many days, and it was just nice to go out, see a different city.
How's it? Take that twang away.
Experience a lot. So, yeah. Let me turn that on again. What else? Gosh, we visited lots of places. It's quite the small city, and it's sort of historical. It's a very old city, so there were a lot of old buildings. We walked around the city center,
Mm-hmm.
and it was nice. Usually in the
See
evenings
if we can
there
take some
we
more of that twang
played.
away to do like a big away section
Okay,
or like off section.
or what? Okay. I think I just naturally talk with a bit of twang,
Yeah, I think you do have some twang in your
like
voice, which we'll have a little play
naturally.
with. Hmm.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the twang in
So
your voice, by the way?
like regular, my regular voice.
Just the twang aspect of it.
I think it's pretty twangy,
What are your feelings on it
and
though?
but
Like, do you like it? Do you want rid of it? Do you not care?
could be a little less.
Sure.
I guess I haven't thought much about it, but
Because there
I
is
kind
no
of like
right
it.
or wrong of twang. It just exists. And if you want rid of it, we can get rid of it. If you don't care, we can leave it alone. Whatever, really.
Like when I'm boy moding, I think it's kind of nice. It adds a little
Sure.
to my voice, but for my more feminine voice, I think I could go without maybe to see how that
Okay, okay.
goes.
Okay, so that's just going to be practicing gaining control of his twang. I think we'll keep this as our topic for the moment off of this lesson.
Yeah. Wait.
Okay, so twang is something that you can lean heavily into. Like you're doing a really good job of like really punching up that twang. So we just need to
Yeah.
practice going on and off, back and forth,
Right.
getting that off
Right.
to be more and more like zero twang. So yeah, we'll go back to you catching me up on the past like 6 months. Excuse me. And yeah, I want like a very like every sentence or so, we switch from twang to no twang to twang to no twang, and I want a really clear like distinguishing sound between. Like I want to be able to hear very clearly which one's which. Okay, big difference between the two. Sorry. Okay.
Right. Right. I think part of it is my formal way of speaking. I add a bit of twang to it.
Sure. Sure.
So I have to turn the formal bit off too.
Be casual with
So,
me
right. Okay.
in front of all of YouTube.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's fine.
Sorry, I only have
But-
like 4 viewers.
Yeah. But okay, so at work I got more classes, and so they're daily now, and so I basically work part time, and I teach to a lot of teenagers. The classes are quite full lately, which is good, and one thing that bothers me though is that nowadays teenagers they're always on their smartphones, and it worries me a little bit for the future. So, but that's not there's not much I can do about it other than being open and try to um, teach them and like uh, tell them things that I know. So yeah, uh, I am pretty happy with that I have more classes now, and it's not too much of an extra effort. It's been very chill.
Cool. Okay, I think we're doing a really good job at like punching up the twang. When we're
Yeah,
removing the
I'm
twang,
starting to feel it.
yeah,
Yeah.
good. When we're removing twang, we're not managing to remove all of it, but we do have a very noticeable like difference between the two. So we just need to keep practicing this until we like get that last of the twang out of the zero twang voice, so that you have just a full layer of control, and just whenever you want to, you can bring it or not bring it.
Yeah.
Okay. Boo 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 boo. Nice troll, Xander crew. Why are you clicking? If that's what's up, why is YouTube suggesting trans content to you if that's not your thing? You know, clearly something's going on. I don't know. All right, get fucked, retard. Boo 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 boo. There we go. Absolute dipshit. Okay, carry on. So we're really try to. I want you focusing on the sound, not on like how we physically control this, and yeah, continue trying to go like even more twang on the twang, and then reverse of that in the no twang, like even less twang, and try to like keep, as we go through, keep making it more and more extreme. So more increased amounts of twang and more decreased amounts of twang. Yeah, I know, right?
Can you show me how
Hmm?
how it sounds with like no twang?
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Because I think it's yeah, I think it's starting to mix.
Mhm.
I'm starting to get a bit confused with lightness a little.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you
So
could show me a few examples.
yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll do that. Okay. Okay. So if we're muddling it up with like weight stuff, then this in my voice right now, I still have quite a light weight, but I have a huge amount of twang. You can't hear that I have a very light weight because there's all of that twang in front of it. But if I was to add like a bunch of extra weight as well, now we have that extra weight and the twang. And then if I go to, excuse me, if I then have like, if I remove a twang and have, well, I'm struggling to do that. Let me do my fucking weight roll. Okay, and now I have like a whole bunch of weight in my voice, but you don't hear any of that twangy, like really bright sound to it. Whereas if I then bring that in, now we have all of that really bright sound of the twang, and it has this like ringing kind of a thing, which I can then get rid of, and it's a much like flatter kind of a sound. Do you hear that?
Barely, but I think it did.
It's a little tricky to distinguish heavyweight and twang early on, but you get used to it. Being as we're going for lightweight
Okay.
and no twang though, like just think of shedding the whole lot of it. If we can like
Just shedding
aim
both.
towards,
Yeah.
just like I suppose don't worry about your weight too much, because like if you were like when we are muddling up twang and weight, if you were to like remove something, like if something was to happen with the twang being removed, it would just be you accidentally going lighter as well, and like that's a goal anyway. So
Okay.
it won't matter too
I
much.
think I get it. Okay.
Yeah, unless you find you like removing weight and not removing twang, then we'll have to address that. But
No,
we'll see how
no,
we go.
yeah.
I think you're doing fine though. We're just needing that last little bit.
Right. Processing what you showed me. I think.
Play with that sound change you're making. So that increase of twang and that removal of twang, and trying to like bring more and more twang and less twang, and more twang and less twang, and more twang and less twang, until the less twang is like a completely clear tone.
I think I get it. Yes.
Another comparison for the twang one might be like Squidward versus SpongeBob, where SpongeBob has the heavier weight and Squidward has the twang. If I remember SpongeBob's voice right. I also might be misremembering, but
He
it's been a minute.
he does have a heavy weight. You're right. But no twang. Both are like their voices are not too different, but they have different qualities. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to think of what to talk about though.
Yeah, you must have had more going on in the past 6 months. You had a makeover with your friend and like checked out the city and stuff.
Yeah. That was pretty much it.
Over the past like
That
6
was the new
months.
stuff.
Okay. Alrighty.
Because the
Why don't we go
highlight
for-
was so.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool
The
highlight.
trip was so intense. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. What'd you get up to on the trip? Like, what else did you do?
Let me see. Think I know what I'm gonna talk about. Okay.
Okay,
So,
right.
right, most evenings there, my friends, they played a sort of tabletop RPG, but they've created their own system, sort of. So like they're all skilled RPG makers, so they all know about it, and they made their own style. So like each of them have a little system that they made, and what they were playing when I was there was a sort of almost like a Korean drama that they had the little characters. I think they were like teenagers and they were going to a party, so that was the drama regarding that. And I don't even remember the type of dice they use, but it was interesting. They have a lot of little interactions. They're quite good with it, and they even use like social media to do it. So they use Instagram with the characters. So like each character has an Instagram and they talk to each other, and it was just fun watching those little interactions. And like I was not skilled enough to participate. I'm not good with RPG, even though I kind of worked with it in the past.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
So, with the twang, okay, yeah.
I was hearing a
think
pretty good
it's
tip. I
better.
thought you were doing pretty well there. Okay, let's go back to our weight drill. And we want to avoid twang, so we want that to be the no twang. If you need to,
Okay.
going back and forth, so you know what off is again, and keep it all in the off, just so we don't muddle it with anything.
Okay. Okay. Was the twang at a point in the pitch? Like, was it more at high pitch, you think?
I think it was throughout. It might be actually that when you tried to go a bit heavier to start with, you brought in twang instead, and maybe that was what was throwing you off. So, just to see if it helps, I'll remove that instruction just to see what you do. So just starting at lower pitch, slide your pitch up, allowing your voice to lighten as it will naturally want to, and then start bringing it back down again with that lighter weight.
Okay. Okay. Just the pitch without the weight?
Without starting with a heavier weight necessarily. We're still going to be lightening as we move up. So like,
Yeah.
I mean, I was starting a bit too light there. If you'd have a difference. You can hear how it went like gentler or softer as I was going up there. That's what we're looking for.
Okay. Yeah.
Good.
Right. I think I did
Good.
it.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of twang in there, but not enough that I'm concerned.
Oh. Okay.
So I think as you practice twang, that'll iron itself out. Okay, then let's go to run through that drill. You don't need to go like super low into your pitch, by the way. Just bring the pitch down to like where would be normal for you speaking, and yeah, carry it through from there. And we'll try to maintain that nice and light sound, that nice and like gentle, soft, lacking of buzziness as we go into talking.
Okay, I think I'm still tensing up my lips when I talk.
So
that adds to twang.
It shouldn't be related to lips, but we might have that as like a conflated behavior.
Yeah.
We could do just is it the lips or the jaw, to be specific?
The what? Sorry.
Is it the lips or the jaw?
The
jaw. Is it like the jaw?
No, it's my lips.
Lips specifically.
I linked the twang with my lips, so when I'm doing the twang, I tense my lips.
Okay. We'll try to help you relax your lips then. Let's try. Okay. It'll sound weird, but we'll go through the same weight drill.
Of course.
But we'll go duck lips the whole time.
Oh yeah, we did that.
Might mess with your airflow a little bit, but don't worry about it.
Okay. Wait, I was gonna do the buzziness.
Duck lips.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
1 second.
okay.
time.
Had a little bit of
Um,
weight sneaking back in there, but wasn't too
yeah,
bad. Try again.
we do it again.
Try again, and go into some talking afterwards. You can relax your lips for the talking bit.
Okay. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Right. So, yeah. What else? What else did we do there? Oh yeah. One thing that I noticed, one thing that happened throughout the trip was that it was really cold, like
Mm-hmm.
throughout. I was freezing every day, and the weather there is very cloudy and chilly, but it's not windy.
Yeah.
So, uh, yeah, it was
Okay.
cold.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is,
Ah,
as we went through, the drill was nice and good. The
okay.
voice started off nice and lightweight, and then it was kind of back and forth a little bit between adding some weight and then that
Yeah,
weight going away a bit. That might be you noticing and trying to fix it. When you are trying to
yeah,
fix
because I
it,
have to
just
think what I'm gonna say. Yeah.
yeah. That's pretty common. When you are trying to fix it, use the drill to fix it instead of trying to like do it cold, because the drill will help you do it more consistently.
Right,
And then the other thing that was back and
right,
forth, again, possibly because you were thinking about what you're
right.
saying as you were going through, is twang started coming in and out a little bit.
Ah,
Um,
yeah. See, it's a
so watch
habit.
out for that one too. Yeah. That's okay, but with practice that'll iron itself out, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll go through again. And why don't you tell me about... Oh, excuse me. Why don't you tell me about... Um, we could do something random. I don't know. Tell me about favorite food.
Oh, oh, I know. Okay.
Okay.
So the drill again?
Yeah, drill again. And really, as you're going through the drill, uh, like mentally engage with that weight. Like listen for the weight changing, be aware of it, know what's happening, so that you can like consciously be taking that sound change and continuing it into the speaking part.
Okay. Uh, uh, my upper range is just not working today.
That's okay. That's okay. We don't necessarily need to get to like a super high pitch. The point is just
Yeah,
that we want to get to a point where you're happy with the weight, and then you can start going down again,
cause
wherever that is for you.
yeah, cause okay, okay, okay. Uh, right. So one recipe that I really like. Oh, that was the twin.
Yeah,
What
huge
you
amounts of
taking?
tongue during roll that. Well done. Also, the drill was pretty breathy throughout. So watch out for that as well.
Oh, okay. Right. Let me try again.
Good.
That's breathy. What do
Still
you
a little
think?
bit breathy. Yeah, well done, well noticed. So you're going.
Uh,
Uh, uh, I'm looking for. Uh, uh, do you hear that difference? I'll make it more apparent if you need to.
almost barely.
Yeah, I'll do it again, but I'll do it like to the extreme. So not like you did it. I'll go even crazier.
Okay.
As opposed to uh, so you can hear my voice now. It doesn't sound breathy. It sounds light and gentle. Yeah, as opposed to this, it sounds
Okay.
breathy. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Try again. Uh,
Okay. Struggling to get rid of that weight there. We might need to slide a little bit higher. Instead, we had a bit of
right.
breathiness. So watch out for
Yeah.
that. Trying to keep that like really clear tone as you're going through it. Listen for like the sound of air or turbulence.
Okay.
Good.
Uh,
Good.
okay. Uh, right. So, um, there's a recipe that I really like. Oh, there's the twang again.
Well noticed. Well noticed. Couple of things to
Let
focus
me
on at once.
read
I know
through.
it's a whole bunch. Begin.
Yeah. Oh wait. So, was that the twang?
There is some twang in there. Yeah.
It's
What I'm noticing
slight.
is when you do have that twang in there, you are doing everything right underneath it. Like you are getting to a nice and lightweight underneath that twang. We just have that twanginess on top of it, so like you can't tell. So
Yeah.
Just keep practicing it. So we'll go back to twang off and on, or on and off, to get used
Okay.
to changing twang.
Yeah. Okay. So, right, I'm just gonna go straight to it. There is a recipe that I really like, and it's called assassin pasta.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And how you do it, it uses a lot of peppers, so you kind of fry the pasta, the spaghetti, in a frying pan, and you do that with tomato sauce, and you kind of have to fry the pasta with the tomato sauce, and you add the peppers on it. So you you do that several times, and the pasta starts to caramelize over time, and you get this really uh, sweet and tasty pasta, but it's also spicy, and it's one of my favorite recipes that my partner taught me, and I gotta do it again sometime
Yeah.
because it's really good.
Cool. Okay, we could do some more dramatic change between the two.
Yeah.
But was sounding pretty
Okay.
like there was still a clear on and off. Also, I have seen like so many different YouTube things of like assassin pasta, and it looks horrendous every time. It looks so gross. But I'll take your word for it.
It looks gross.
It looks like you're just burning pasta and then serving that with tomato sauce that you've fried. Like, ugh.
Yeah, it's
It looks. I
gruesome.
will take your word that it's good, but it looks bad.
That's why it's called assassin pasta. It's great.
Pasta
I love it.
assassino.
Yeah. And yeah, what was I?
So twang off and on.
What
other-
else?
Just to give you a topic. You said your partner showed you it. Is your partner like into cooking? Are they like a good cook?
Right. Yeah. They're they like cooking. They live on their own, and I always learn a little something with them. So, we sometimes like to cook together. We have a long-term relationship. Sorry, a long-distance relationship, and we kind of have to create these little activities so that we can bond. So we cook over camera sometimes, and we're gonna do that again. And I don't know. I think I'm biased, but I think they're a great cook.
Yeah.
They know quite a bit of cooking and techniques, and like I'm quite a bit of noob regarding that.
Yeah.
So it's always fun learning and doing things with them.
Okay, that was really good.
And
That was really, really good.
oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's
Right.
try. Let's do a layer drill. Let's do that again, where we'll back and forth with twang, and then on the
Okay.
off, when you have a really confident off, go for your drill, for your weight, and then carry on with what you were saying. But we're just going to keep it as a lightweight, ignoring twang now. Does that make sense? So on and off
Okay,
from
that's a
twang
bit
until we have a
tough.
really clear off. Once that off is nice and clear, we'll switch to doing a weight drill and just talking in a lightweight.
Okay, I'm gonna need more topics.
Okay, yes. You need a big topic.
Something simple.
Hmm?
Something simple, so I don't have to think too hard.
No, you have to. Thinking's good. Thinking means extra burden on your brain, which means
Oh yeah,
extra
yeah.
learning.
No, you're right.
Mhm.
You're right.
Hard is good. I'll make it harder for you now, just to make a point. No, I'm kidding. What are some of the favorite dishes that you've learned, other than pasta?
What was the other one? Okay. Uh, okay. So, actually, I got little tips, but pretty much the only recipe that I've learned from them was the pasta, and but we're always talking about it, and like we're I usually help them choose like the recipe of the day, but I find it interesting how they manage to create variety on their diet with like simple things. So uh, a cool simple thing that I know my partner makes is like tuna melts, and I think that's just
Try going from there to your weight drill,
bread.
and then tell me about tuna melts.
Okay, okay, okay. Uh, uh, so the the tuna melts. Oh, I should try again, but
I
I can
noticed.
fix it. Uh, uh, and the tuna melts. I think they're made with bread, the tuna paste, and cheese on top, but it's fancy cheese. So
Cool, cool.
yeah, they seem really tasty, and I have to do them myself someday.
Nice. Okay, that was really good. That was really good. There was a little bit of twang sneaking in sometimes, but you would remove it again
Ah,
immediately
yeah, it's so
afterwards.
hard.
No, but you fixed it afterwards, so it was like perfect. Like you noticed it immediately, removed it, carried on. That's exactly what I want. Um,
Okay,
yeah. Okay. This is what I want you to
okay,
practice as your homework. Just practice the heck out of all
just the
this
way.
twang stuff. Twang and
Yeah.
weight. So play around with twang and just get in a good control of it. And then when you feel in control, bring that into your weight exercise where you're keeping twang out of weight exercise, and the low weight talking. If you want to, you could try playing with doing the exercise, doing the drill with a whole bunch of twang, doing it with no twang, and like feel out the difference and kind of just play around with it, and just
Mm.
really
Mm-hmm.
help yourself to separate the two variables. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think my formal way of talking is with quite a bit of twang,
Hmm.
and like just at work, I'm always using that. So yeah, yeah, I have to undo the habit.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
try. I'm gonna try and see if I can remove the twang and a bit of the weight while talking to people in general,
Yeah,
without
absolutely. That's
changing
a
the
really good way to
resonance.
practice. Yeah. 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 100%.
Yeah,
100%. And
yeah.
once we have like
I have to
both twang
experiment with
under
that.
control and we have weight under control, we'll start playing with some side stuff, some resonant stuff. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think that's good.
All right. Any questions at all?
No, I think firstly I wanna thank you for
Yeah, of
having me
course.
again,
Yeah.
even though
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
been a while.
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, I appreciate it because I really want to get better at my own voice.
Yeah, no worries. No, we'll absolutely we'll get everything back up to scratch. Um,
Yeah.
okay, I tend to do things just like I did before in terms of a minimum of a 2 week gap in between lessons. You're welcome to have a longer gap if you want to. Just 2 weeks is the minimum. If
Mm-hmm.
I was to throw you in for 2 weeks from today, then that would be Monday 15th, if you'd like that. Or you can have a little time to figure that out and just let me know.
Let me just think for a second.
Yeah, of course.
Let's. Yeah, let's set it for the 15th, and if anything comes up, I'll tell you like
Yeah.
really early.
Yeah. No worries. Fab.
Same time.
Alrighty then. Any questions from the other people viewing in Discord? If not, we'll head over to YouTube in just a moment. Questions from the viewers. If not, then get your booties over to the YouTubes. And yeah, we'll hang out over at YouTube for a bit. Khari, you're welcome to join if you want to. We'll talk about this lesson for a little bit.
Okay.
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 Yeah, all right. I'll see you all over there. Bye-bye, Discord. Oh, and if you need to, by the way,
Thank you.
You can rewatch this VOD whenever you want to. It's just on that YouTube link in the chat. And just, find your lesson. It'll be in the live section.
That's handy.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, no worries. All right, have a good one then.
All right. See ya.
Cool. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Let's get things on my screen. Yeah, YouTube chat. Do you guys have any questions about that lesson? Whoa. Yeah, I mean, most of it I imagine is pretty self-obvious or self-explanatory. But essentially, for those that don't know, that were like not understanding the context of like what we were talking about, I used to teach Khari like back before I was like marketing myself as an official teacher. Back when I was just doing free lessons for people to build experience. Khari was one of those first students. So yeah. So she's like one of the OGs of Trans Network. Excuse me. And yeah, so that lesson was mainly me just trying to like, one, get an idea of where her voice is at these days and what it is that she was wanting help with. And as always, it sounds like basically we want a little bit more weight removed and a little bit smaller size to get back to where she's been previously. So yeah, just practicing those things basically. We could hear some twang like coming into her voice. So, and we've had issues in the past with twang and like deciding where that's going to be at. So my goals for her at the moment are going to be to have just a solid control of twang so that she can choose how much she wants, and then to also have a solid control of weight for the usual shedding weight to feminize her voice things. Yeah, that's kind of all of those things. Yeah, any questions from you guys? I've also been shopping. Oh, I have new tops and I am loving life. Oh my god. Check it. I'm a fucking metal chick. We have a Slipknot shirt. Hells yes. How do I play with my camera so we can be a bit more in shot? Dip you down just a wee bit. Nope, that is not down. Dip you down. There we go. Hey! Fucking Slipknot shirt. Hells yeah. Woo! It's a tank top. So, hells yeah. So I'm still figuring out like how I feel about my big bulky shoulders. But like if I have it with like something on top, then like it hides my shoulders anyway. So it's pretty chill. And yeah, I'm just kind of enjoying it. I took, oh my god, I took so many fucking photos yesterday. Like, I think around 300 selfies I took with all my new tops and like trying them out with different clothing and stuff. So getting those Converse boots, and I genuinely might get something like that because they look really good. I need to kind of, I'm still building out the outfit, so I need to like buy some more like clothing to complete the fit. Trans ally sick, trans person. If that's not obvious, then that's kind of cool. Yeah, cool. What, First Amendment? That's just like free speech, isn't it? That's pretty chill. But yeah, so I'm gonna need to like buy more things for the outfit. So like, I need to get like those arm thingies that are like fishnets for your arms, I guess, or like whatever, or like tights to your arms. I don't know what you call them. Those things. I need to get like a whole bunch of bracelets. I need to get some black jeans because like the jeans that I want to get are sold out, which is really annoying because they're also on sale, but they're sold out. And I bet when they come back in with more, they're not gonna be on sale anymore. It's gonna be like, oh, I hate it. So I'm just gonna get some cheap ones until those end up on sale again. Sleeves, yeah. What would I type into Google to check? Sleeves. I can't just put in sleeves because that's like, oh, I can just put in sleeves. Okay, yeah, arm sleeves. That's like some of which is bringing up the right thing. Let me. Okay, it just is arm sleeves. Okay, fair enough. Like a netted arm sleeve thing. Yeah, lacy sleeve thing stuff. Let's get some of those. Uniqlo do some nice UV arm protectors. Ooh. Let's have a look. Let's bring up. We're doing a fashion one. We're doing a me fashion stream. Let me get my desktop ready. And then where's my screen share? There you are. Also, yeah, First Amender, welcome to Trans Network. Welcome. I'm your host, Zara. If you have any, I know we're kind of talking about me and fashion right now, but like if you have voice questions and stuff, by all means ask them. That's what I actually do here. Or if you just have any other questions, then hells yeah. Uniqlo. That was a very fancy transition. Hells yeah, it was. I'll be real. If you're looking for something like that, look up Stream Scheme. They're just a YouTuber and they just made all of these for free. So like my background right now, I got that for free because like another YouTube made it just for people to use. All right, you're being tested now, Garukan. Did you go for something that looks good or something that does not look good? What did you say they were called? UV Protector. That's great. All your work is just random crap. You just find out of nowhere. That's fair enough. It's fair enough. It's called a stinger. Yeah. If you look up like OBS stingers, then you'll find like all sorts of transitions and stuff. You got to start your own show soon. Oh, no worries. We'll just hang out while you can. We're happy to have you here. You can subscribe if you want to do that thing. You want to see us next time. But most of what we do is over in the Discord with me teaching people voice lessons. So I teach voice feminization, masculization, androgenization, whatever. So like if you want to know about that stuff, we just have like a community for like resources for trans people. Then yeah, head over to Discord. Got all that stuffs. This is bringing up no results. Garukan, what are you talking about? Drop us a link in chat. Drop us a link. Wait, can you drop links? I don't even know if you can. Also, hells yeah, thank you, First Amender, if you are dropping a sub. If you are dropping a sub and YouTube is not doing anything to say like, ooh, thank you for subbing, then we have a slight problem there. I hope it's working. Should be. Fingers crossed. I guess if you do sub and then it doesn't do a doodle, then tell me and I'll go fix that. Yeah, no worries, Gruken. Oh, did that actually just not work? That's interesting. Why would that not be working? I guess I'll refresh the cache real quick. Why would YouTube alerts not be working? We'll grab one of these and then I'll send it over to here. God, do I even remember how I have it set up? I made this ages ago. I think it's Streamlabs, but it might be the other one. Or is it Stream Elements, actually, that I used? All of these different things. I think it's Stream Elements, actually. Whoa! Something.
First Amanda subscribed to the channel.
It was just late. Okay, thank you so much for subscribing, First Amanda. Wow, that's a big delay. I had no idea. Oh well. Okay, bring chat back on my screen so I can look at it. Yeah, right? That's like a super delay. Can't link? Oh, I need to change that. Link it in the Discord, like in the Zara public inbox or something, and I'll do it from there. Website has bad pictures, but Google image that stuff. Okay, we can just Google image it. Uniqlo, sleeves. Wait, is this? Hold on a minute. How is that not gonna? Did I not literally put in? Oh, arm covers. Okay, that's the difference. Can we not show like a model wearing them? How would you not have a model wearing your item? What the heck? Oh well. Uniqlo sleeves. I think these look a little bit too sporty for my vibe. Although I kind of like the grey. Oh, I don't know. Actually, they do look kind of cool. I like the ribbed ones. Okay. I kind of dig it. I think I want to go for some lacy ones, but I might also want to go for... I hadn't considered ribbed. Ribbed is kind of nice. I kind of like that. I'm thinking... What would you put? Lace. What did they say? Covers? We'll try both. Images. Yeah, that's what I want. Or like this. This is the sort of thing I want. Hells yeah. Yeah, something like that I think could be pretty cool. Like with this, if I get the flannel off. Yeah, if I'm kind of like wearing this and then have like the sleeves, I think that could be pretty cool. Ah, it sucks you can't see my fucking necklace with it. I have a slipknot necklace with my slipknot top, but you literally can barely see that. That sucks. I'll show you what it looks like. Will it focus? That's kind of focused, right? We've got to hide my face. Hide my face. Can it focus? Nah, it's not going to focus, is it? I'm sure you can figure it out. Love a shirt? I love a shirt so much. I like it freaking... I love how it had like kind of curves. It cinches in. That's the word. Cinches. I love it. I dig it. It kind of... Okay, the only thing that is like less for fan of is one. Okay, the like curve makes it so that it doesn't... Like my strap naturally sits... Like my bra strap naturally sits like next to it, which is really annoying. I'm like constantly retuck them in. And then because it's black, and they're all black, because that's the vibe I'm going for, because we're going for like metal chick vibe, my boobs disappear. Like, I should have boobs. Like side profile, boobs. Front profile, flat, nothing, zilch. Because it's black, so everything disappears into it. Blech. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, there are some cool tops. It's been fucking cool as shit. Can you ask how long I've been on HRT? Hells yeah. I started HRT February of last year, February 27th. No, it's totally fine. Hey, ask whatever questions you want to ask, and then if I don't want to answer, I'll just be like, I don't want to answer that one. But yeah, ask whatever you want to ask. Yeah, so like just over a year and a half. In fact, actually, my August 6th was like just over a year and 6 months, because that was my year and 6 months appointment, with like slightly not quite perfectly year and 6 months, because you can't, that's unrealistic. But yeah, so like I guess a year and 7 months is how long I've been at HRT, or something like that. Hells yeah. So we're hoping for more changes to come, but looking pretty different to how I used to look. If I can find you. Oh, we're going to do this. Yo. Okay, I will show you a couple of pictures of how I used to look. I should have used some of these for my timeline. I was chatting about, I used to play Quidditch. I was chatting in the Discord about me used to have been playing Quidditch and like what Quidditch is and stuff. So I'll show you what I used to look like. Dude, this image shows like such a crazy change. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, here's what I used to look like. That's so nuts. Or what I usually go for. Where's my... There it is. Grab one of you. And one of you. Okay, they're coming out a little bit blurry because this isn't the original images. But like, yeah, that's what I used to look like. So that's sort of, I guess, to get an idea of what a year and a half of HRT can do. That's, or what it has done for me. I think for most people, you could expect a bit more change. We had a lot of difficulty trying to get my testosterone down. But, okay, we gotta change some of these window sizes if this is gonna work. Oh my gosh, stop! Windows, please. You just go down there, and then this can do this, and there we go. This can shrink down as well. Okay, whatever. That gives you a rough idea of what we're talking. Yeah, that's about a year and a half. If you look at your channel, you can see what you look like. Already do not have that much testosterone. Let's bring you up. Ooh, how do I, if I type in first amender, will that work? Yeah, go away. First amender. That is not you, I assume. Unless, wait, are you first amender as in have been on One Day Debate? Because One Day Debate are like a big channel. That's pretty fucking cool. Who are you, first amender? How can I bring up your channel? I don't know who you are. So this is one of these are you?
Imagine being able.
Okay, do Modern Day Debate. Do what they should be doing. Did you get linked? They did not link you. Why does nobody do that? Dude, I watch so much fucking online politics and nobody ever links for channels in description. Come on, why wouldn't you do that? Oh, links to guests. Hang on, I'm being stupid. Right, okay, never mind. Never mind. I take it back. Monday debate. You have a cool freaking subway tattoo and you also link people. Hells yeah. Okay, this is you. Sick. There you go. Oh, it's 1M. There we go. Because I can't spell. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Did you misspell it or did I misspell it? Amendment? No, I just can't spell. Okay, fair enough. I have been living a lie my entire life. I could not spell amendment, ever. And yeah, HRT can like massively vary from person to person. Obviously, your mileage may vary. So how long you been on HRT, First Amender? You got to start working out? That's fair enough. To be honest, I need to be doing stuff. My YouTube channel is a mess. I know what I need to be doing, and like I have plans to do these things. Like I need to fucking make my video series of like the tutorial series of how to do gender affirming voice, like the feminization series, the masculinization series, the androgenization series. I need to start making my lessons into videos and editing them and stuff. But I'm in like a burnout phase right now, so I'm kind of lazy with everything right now. But hey. Oh, never started. Oh, I entirely thought you were implying that you were transitioning. No, fair enough. No, cool. Yo, we should do debates sometime. We should do debates. I would love to do debates. I wish I could. I know that everybody hates debates. We did the No, I did not mean to do that. You go just up there. Ugh, Windows, you're just a nightmare. We did the reading of the Supreme Court hearing, the UK Supreme Court. It was pretty cool. You love debates? Yo, okay, if we have like an audience for doing politics stuff, I would so love to do politics. I fucking love that shit. And I've been like, I've had to be so unplugged from politics recently. Just because like, fucking, okay, I'm going to make you all mad. I used to be a Destiny viewer. I know. Turns out he's a pretty bad person. But that came out like this year, okay? And so now that I can't watch him, it's just like, I got nothing. I'm watching Loner Box, I guess, but he just talks about Israel-Palestine. And I'm like the one person who's just like, not really interested. It's like, could we just talk about, I don't know, Trump bad? That was way more fun. You'll shout me out on my stream? Yo, thank you. That would be amazing. Thank you. Yeah, Trans Network. YouTube is trans_network because there is a random channel with no subs or content called Trans Network, and they freaking but whatever. I've heard that there is a policy that if a channel is completely inactive and isn't used in 2 years, which I think is coming up for that channel because it looks like a completely inactive channel, then you can apply to get their fucking handle. And I don't know if that's a rumor or if that's a real thing, but if it is a thing, I would freaking love that shit. Call on Discord. Sure, if we have stuff to talk about. Yeah, I mean, so okay, a plan I've always had is for like if people are content creators, have more than like, I don't know, 10 subs or something, like they're like an actual content creator, you know, then I've had plans to have like a special role in the Discord where you can just hop into calls whenever you want, if you just have something to chat about, because it's cool content, you know. Yeah. Yeah, what topic have you got to talk about? What do you want to chit chat about? I'm not super caught up on the most recent of US politics, but a little bits of stuff. Trans discourse? Okay, yeah, we could talk about pretty much anything you want trans stuff. Hells yeah. I'm all about it. Yeah, okay, do you wanna fucking let's do it. What's the easiest way for us to do this? If you have already joined the Discord, you absolute boss. Okay, let me set something up for us real quick. If I I'll make a channel for us real quick. Okay. And then I'll make a special role that I'll give to you. Server settings. Where are my server settings? There we are. Okay. We'll just put influencer, and then I'll give that a better name. In between these. And then first amender can have the influencer role. Okay, and then I just need to add the role to his channel, and you should be all good. Okay, that should be all we need. So if I hop into there now. Yeah, first amender, let me know if that is showing up fine for you. You should be able to hop into that now. That should now exist. Also, Wugwug for Cow, welcome. Thank you for joining the server. We do all things trans over here. My main thing is I am a gender-affirming voice teacher. So I will teach feminization, masculization, androgynization, all of those sorts of things. And that's what the channel's around. So I'm on a break from doing the weekly workshops, but normally I would do workshops every single week that are free. And we also have the public lessons, so you can go back and see like all the public lessons I've done in the past. And usually at the end of those, we'll just have a little stream and hang out. We also have like earlier, we had some like random streams of just doing stuff. Around the time that I started like doing more on the YouTube channel, we freaking the Supreme Court stuff came out. So we got like, I think we split it over 2 streams where we just read through pretty much the whole document. I think I skipped like some of the boring bits, but yeah. God, that was fun. I mean, it was shit, like, but it was fun, you know? It was politics. Yeah, let me know. First amender, can you, do you have access to that channel? First of all, did I do it right? Can you see it fine? I'll double check that I have all my permissions correct. Yeah, you should be able to view channel, connect, which should be all you need. Yeah, let me know that that works. I suppose I should let you... Oh, speak would help, and video. So you should be able to just hop in. Anything else I need to do there? Yeah, I think that's everything. And I guess I'll take this opportunity to like introduce it. Hey.
All right. Hello. Hey. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. First of all,
I just discovered your channel.
Fine? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, you can hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I guess try typing the chat just in case I like fucked that up.
Trans network discussion. All right. Sorry, I'm just getting timestamps ready.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. No, it seems like it's working, so it's fine.
Good,
do you
good,
need my
good.
video or anything? I don't know if you're
I
wanting
mean,
to
if you
record or anything.
want, I mean, we don't have to. If you want,
Whatever.
I mean, here, I'll turn on mine.
There you
I'll
go.
turn on mine just for you.
Sick.
Here we go.
Sick.
Turn on camera. There we go.
Nice. Cool.
Is my hair is too like
Your hair
it's
looks
too
fine.
nice.
Bro, your hair looks
No,
fine.
it's gotta be like
Dude. Honestly. All right, I'll grab a thing so that you can be
I don't
on
network.
stream.
I just realized like as I was just crashing, like just I was like, ooh, a trans channel. So then I like clicked
Hells
it
yeah.
and I was like, you know, see, I'm not as fancy as you. You got these really cool transitions. I don't have these freaking transitions. What the hell?
I can teach you how to do that if you want.
Yeah, you'll have to because
I mean-
I just have this. I just like jam in. You know, I'll be like, all right, window capture, Discord, 7 because I don't know. I have 6 others that I can't find. Let me see if I can. Oh my God, what am I
can sit
doing?
there.
Holy
The stream
crap,
looks
that
messy,
looks
but whatever.
terrible. Yeah, I got this. Hold on. I'm a professional. I can
Listen,
do this.
I have just like
Hold on.
thrown you on my just chatting screen. I don't have anything special for
Where the
this.
fuck? All right. I think we're. Yeah, I don't have anything special either. All right, hold on. Let me just.
Oh, you know
Okay, I
what?
think that's
You know what? I'll
good.
use the lesson screen, and then if I just move stuff around, then you'll look all fancy and shit. Hang on. I mean, you'll have a pink ass background, but I guess you can live with
Oh
that.
heck yeah! Whoa, based. Do it. Yeah. All right. So, okay. You said you want to get into debate. Why would you want to do that?
I just like it. It's just really fun for me. And like, okay, here's the thing. Nobody likes debate. And so if you're one of a few people that do like debate, nobody debates you because they all hate it.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
everybody
I
in
have
my
like
life is like, Zara wants to debate
Yeah.
something. And like, first
Yeah.
of all, you brought it up. But secondly, come on, it's fun. But yeah, I fucking love that shit.
I have this poison. It's
hello?
a poison in me that I adore. I
what's
love.
happened?
I don't know what it
What
is.
is happening right now?
I
Do I have
love
an
to
issue?
argue. I love arguing with
Okay.
people.
Something.
I love
we don't
having
have
like
your sound.
heated.
Why don't we have your sound? Okay.
Wait, what?
Pause for a second. Let me see if I can.
Do you
fix
hear me?
that. Yeah.
Okay,
I
all right.
see the issue. Hang on a second. Let me. Oh, dodgy cables. I need to replace all of this stuff. Hold on a second.
Oh crap! Let me put on do not disturb for the phone call.
Okay. Let me see if that is now.
We're gonna take calls after this, guys. So
Okay,
so
you
hang
tell me
tight.
very
But
much
I just
not a
wanted to have a
professional stream over
discussion
here.
with the.
Okay, I can hear you now.
No, I was telling. Yeah. Anyway, so
Cool.
yeah, so like I have this poison about me that I don't know what it is, and I've just been this way, I guess, my whole life. I love just getting into heated discussions with people.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it
yeah.
is. It's awful. It's awful. I know how to turn it off. Don't get me
Mm-hmm.
wrong. It's not like I'm like super toxic everywhere I go, but it's like when somebody wants to debate, you better have your ducks in a row because I have like just this litany, like it is like a smorgasbord of just reading that I have done and debate that I have done. And, you know, I debated Andrew Wilson on
You debated
Modern Day
Andrew
Debate.
Wilson. That's
Yeah, I
fucking
did.
cool
I
as
debated
shit.
Andrew Wilson.
Okay.
You know
how
what's
did you
wild
find
is
that?
like well, it was awful. It was
Yeah.
actually horrendous. Yeah, because
Yeah.
what happens is that when you debate Andrew Wilson is what comes with that is the thousands and thousands of followers that cannot stop gargling his bottom region. They cannot and so anybody that even remotely comes up to him and challenges him in any way, shape, or form, you're just going to get harassment for like the next 2 weeks. It's horrendous. I hate it. But, and it's wild. Like they'll tell you like, oh, you lost the debate. You lost the debate. You lost the debate. I've probably watched that debate about 3-4 times now. And every single time I come to the same conclusion. It was like this, like I brought up, I said, how do you determine somebody to be a woman?
Sure.
And I got him to concede that you look at them. I'm like, yeah, that's correct.
Okay,
That's
cool.
generally what people do to determine somebody is a woman. And I said, okay, so if they pass, then by your light, they would be a woman. And he said, give it to me in a syllogism. I'm like, are you freaking serious? Okay, fine, syllogism. And
Okay.
I sat there for like 5 minutes. I didn't even use like ChatGPT or whatever. I literally like wrote down like Notepad++, just providing the syllogism, and I gave it to him step by step. And he said, he was like, well, your argument is valid, but it's not sound. And in the moment, you know, in that moment, I was like, I don't remember what philosophy
Which one's
book
which?
that I read.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And then he took my syllogism and he transferred man and woman to cat and dog, effectively creating a straw man into a false equivalency. And I just told him, I didn't catch it at the time, but his argument was effectively a fallacy. And then that was it. We just went into Q&A, and then I got harassed for like 2 weeks from his fan base.
Yeah.
And they're just like, you lost that debate. You suck. You're terrible. Don't ever stream. And I'm just like, I don't give a crap. Anyway.
Yeah. So the thing to remember with
I should
Andrew
network
Wilson
more.
is like his whole thing is he'll never know anything about the actual subject matter, and he doesn't need to know anything about subject matter because he just knows a lot, and he does know a lot about just debate and the act of debating. And so he will just throw at you like, give me it in a syllogism, give me it in like this, and like he'll just throw enough things at you until he finds something that you don't really remember, or like, because like most of us study the content of the subject, the actual thing we're debating, not like every single fucking fallacy or whatever. And so like eventually he will find something that you just can't quite remember what that word means, or like how it works in his context, and that's where he'll get you. And it has nothing to do with the subject matter at all. And it is just a debate tactic, effectively.
When it comes to like right wingers in general, I swear to you, the trans topic is hands down the least understood topic. They literally know precisely nothing. It's wild to me. I've told them so many times. I've said, what literature have you read on this topic? Right? Because I'm sitting here, I've picked up like books on the endocrinology, the neurobiology, the psychology, the sociology. I've picked these things up, and I've, read various studies understanding the trans topic. And, and I'm just like, what have you read? Ooh, holy crap. Snake Turban Head just donated $2. Thank you very much. Shout out.
Shout out to that person.
Shout out to First Amender. You destroyed Andrew Wilson. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Most people don't think that. I'm actually kind of worried because, like,
how big is Andrew Wilson? How big are you?
He's huge.
When we say most people,
he's got like.
Is it just Andrew Wilson's fans like Andrew Wilson?
1,000 subs.
Right. Okay.
So many subs.
So when you say most people, what you mean is just he has a bigger audience than you, and so like. When people, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let me see. Where's Andrew? Is Andrew? I can't even find his channel.
Oh, I'll see if I can find it.
I can't even find his.
Is it his channel or is it the Crucible?
I typed in Andrew Wilson and he just doesn't pop up anywhere.
It might be the Crucible then.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. He calls it the Crucible. You know, that channel
220K.
where he like wants to 220,000.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Much.
How? Okay.
Even, like...
There's a follow-up question I have for you then. How the hell did you get a debate with Andrew Wilson? He's a fucking big name now.
I emailed James, who's the owner, who runs Modern Day Debate, and I said, I want to debate the trans topic. He says, okay, well, we got a debate with Andrew Wilson. You up for it? I'm like, whoever. I don't know who the hell these people are. These people are losers. Like, I don't care if you have 220,000, you're a millionaire from, I don't know, being like a right-wing chut. Like, you're literally the stereotype of like the latest season of South Park episodes where they're like those debate bros who are just like, yeah, women don't deserve rights and women need to be in the kitchen. I'm like, dude, seriously? Just like, and this has been my rebuttal to all of these like right-wing, like Christian, or ethno-nats, I've told them, I said, dude, stop, just stop. Here, I've got a solution for you. You don't have to change all of society. Go be a Mennonite. Seriously, go be a Mennonite. Think about it. What is a Mennonite? A Mennonite is like somebody, they live in a secluded area in the United States. The women stay at home and take care of the kids. The men go out and work in the farm, and they put God before country, and they just live their, tradcon life. Go be a Mennonite. Like, stop wasting everyone's time. Stop wanting to take away basic rights from people, and go live the life that you say you want. Screw these people are monsters, dude. I think them.
They want to they want to have more than that. They want their world as well as a bit of modern technology, the nice things that actually come with modern globalist life,
Wait, there's Mennonites that have
cool
cell phones
that really everybody likes. Oh, I don't know the details of Mennonites.
You could bring your cell phone and, I don't know, be a right-wing chud on Twitter. Like, that would actually be, I would actually kind of commend you for actually living the life. But I think, you know what I think? I think when push comes to shove, these bitches won't do it.
No, of course not, because they don't actually want that.
It's too... Yeah, no, because they're like, there's no freaking way. Like, my livelihood is just too good. And it's like, why would I want to live a life where, I don't know, I'm making jam all day?
Yeah, why would I want this super traditional masculine life. Yeah. I'm going to make videos on YouTube. What? Explain that. So you're going to be like an arts kid. That's your traditional masculine role. You're going to be the arts kid that makes YouTube videos. That's okay, buddy. Okay. I mean, you could come over to our side and be that's fine. But traditional masculine roles isn't making your artsy little YouTube videos. What the fuck? Go work on a field or some shit or whatever men do, I guess. So,
Yeah. If I were you, right, just FYI, the debate community is very super toxic.
Sure.
I mean, if you want to get into debate, I'm just offering you forewarning because, to be honest, having a positive channel that people resonate with as opposed to arguing, honestly, you'll probably get more viewers.
It's sort of
that.
So that's the difficulty with it for me. It's on one hand, it would be cool to I would enjoy it. It would just be something that is very fun for me.
Yeah.
But my community would probably hate it, and it's probably going to bring a flood of arseholes into my community that are going to be a problem. And how do I balance that? Realistically, it'd probably just be a very difficult thing. Or maybe I can, I don't know, if somebody within my community already wants to debate some random thing. I debated AI with somebody, or we should really debate it. We just talked about AI a little bit. Maybe that's the best I could realistically do while keeping because I am running a business here. My income is teaching people how to change their voice, and that has to be the priority. I can't. Yeah. If I was to engage too much in that world, and then a whole people come in and kind of ruin the show, then it'll affect me financially. But it'll also be we have a Discord of it's only small, but 300 people that are gaining something from having that community and having that space to learn and grow in their transition. And that's probably going to be compromised if I engage in debate too much. But
no, yeah, I mean, I would probably just say that make sure your filters are on. There's automated filters that are just built into things like Twitch, for example. That's number one, and number two, just have moderate people who are just there to moderate.
That's my next thing. I'm building up some moderators. Both we have a couple in the YouTube chat, but we don't have a lot in the Discord yet. I did have like one person who like I abandoned pretty much straight away because people just let me know, oh, something's happening. Go check your Discord.
Yeah. You've actually got
there was
a
somebody
lot
that was like
more going
spamming
on your
gore just
Discord.
randomly.
Yes.
But like
yes.
managed to
You're
get
gonna
through
just
the
get
content
that.
filters. But yeah, I mean it's whatever. Like when it's one or two people, it's like you ban them and that's job done.
No,
you know?
exactly. Well, there's not just like the banning, but sometimes you get raided and you just need to be aware that it's like, hey, if you have like, I can see, for example, you have like multiple, group, text groups. I mean, you would have to go to each one and lock it down in the event of a raid, because that happens.
Christ.
And so you just have to,
yeah.
it's awful.
Oh my God, that takes so long in this. You've no idea. You're already seeing some of the channels. There's another like 70 odd that are hidden that are like different people that are having lessons, and the chat within like just me giving them lessons. Just like for private lessons and stuff.
That's great. Wow. Do you charge for your services?
Yeah, so the rates are going to be going up in October, but currently I charge.
See, look, I got somebody rating my chat right now. I'm so sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobro, can you deal with? What's his name?
At least we gave a good JoJo reference.
Oh,
yeah.
Speaking of which,
yeah.
Wait, I was going around, and then there were like some clearance shirts. Like just for sale, and it was like $1. They're like, hey, $1 per shirt, and I went in and I saw this shirt that was like soft, and look at it. It says,
"Hells yeah!"
I'm like it's like trans affirming, and it says "ora." I'm like, this is perfect. I'll take it. $1? Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're all good.
Go ahead.
No, you're asking about like what I charge and how that works. So I'm not in freedom currency, I'm afraid. I'm in GDP or GB, whatever we call Great British Pounds, GBP. There you go.
Yeah.
So £20 for private lessons.
The conversion rate.
I think it's like $27. I think something like that. Yeah, £20 for private lessons, and then the public lessons. So the one that you would have seen at the start of this stream, that's free at the moment. They're going to be going up though to £15 for the publics and $35 for the privates. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Tell me about your channel. I do want so like I do have people who are listening, and there's going to be more on this channel. So yeah, tell me about your channel.
Yeah, so the channel is, I'll be honest, a bit of a mess right now. I'm working on it. Yeah, essentially, so my main thing, and what you'll see as almost all of a channel, is trans voice lessons, gender affirming voice lessons. So like for your audience that don't know, trans people, so testosterone is a thing that you are hopefully all aware of existing.
Sorry, by the way, keep talking. I have to, I'm stepping away, but I can hear you, so go ahead.
Yeah, it's all good, so testosterone is a thing that anyone that goes through like male puberty, so any AMABs, you will have testosterone going through you in puberty, and that's where a lot of your puberty changes come from. One of those changes being your voice. If you are AFAB, but then take testosterone as part of a masculizing HRT program, then your voice will also masculize as well as everything else. But those changes are permanent. So everything that happens in terms of your voice changing as you go through puberty, that's all permanent. So for trans women specifically, HRT will do nothing for your voice. For trans men, totally fine. Testosterone will change your voice, and again, that's that permanent change. So also for anybody that is like legitimately needing to detransition, they also have this situation of if they've masculized, then their voice is changed, and that's irreversible. In terms of the anatomy changes. So to change a masculized voice, you have to learn to do it. You have to do that through voice training. So my voice started off over here. This is what my voice sounded like for the past, before I transitioned, before I learned to change my voice. And this is what I've learned to do through vocal feminization. There's a whole process to it. But yeah, my channel is all about teaching people how to do that. You can masculize a voice, you can feminize a voice, you can androgynize a voice, you do whatever you want. So yeah, that's kind of what I do here. And then when I'm not doing voice stuff, I'm just kind of hanging out with chat. Really, we talk about
Do you have
whatever.
Do you have a donation link or?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So I do it all on Ko-fi. So ko-fi.com/transnetwork.
Why don't I see? You gotta have that in your description. You gotta have it.
I should. Wait, do I not already?
Throw it in your description. It's not there. I don't see it.
Correct. I'll throw it
But
in. If
let
you're
me look.
wanting-
Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna make a
It should be in the
conceited effort.
stream description at least. Either that or I am trash. K-.
It's not. Oh, there it is. There it is. I found
There we
it.
go.
I
There we
found
go.
it. I was just being stupid.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
All right. Let me hide my Chrome.
I tried to send
real
it to you,
quick.
and then I fucked it up. But if you've already found it, then that's fine.
All right. Let me just do a.
If
I'm
you're
gonna
in
do a quick. I'm gonna
my
send you a
chat.
one time. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you. If you're in my chat, you can always
Only
message
because I
me.
crashed your thing and you've been very cordial. So.
No, hells yeah. I'd love to hang out and stuff. You're content for me right now. All right,
All right, so it's 10 euros. So British pounds, I think that would be like what, $12? All right.
Yo, thank you. That's like that's a donation. That's not like a little tester.
Yeah, here we go. Let me see if I can.
I'll let
Come
you know
on,
if
do
it
Do
works.
the thing. Let me see. Sorry, give me a sec.
No, you're all good. You're all good. I'm not gonna stress
Oh my
you out.
god,
about
and I gotta
giving me
dox
money.
my name. If you see my name, do not.
Okay, sure. It should just be your username
Yeah.
on Ko-fi, so you can
Yeah.
change that to
Okay.
whatever you want.
Good. Good. Well, hopefully
It'll show up in my
let's see.
PayPal, I
Okay.
guess, but I promise not to
Alright.
dox it.
Yeah. Don't do that because
Mm.
if people get my name, I'm very very easy to find.
Yeah, no, you're all good. You're good.
Very
Yeah, that works.
painfully
Once
easy to
Samander
find. and I-
donated £10.
You know, so okay. So anyway,
Thanks
I
and
donated.
keep up the
There you
good
go.
work.
Yo,
Okay,
huge
so-
thank you for that. That's like super generous.
No
of you.
problem.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah.
somebody told me they're like your voice is perfect to feminize, and I'm like, what? I don't know if that's the case. I don't know.
So
I
I
don't
would
know
say
what's involved.
any voice is perfect to feminize, really. There's a bit of a like idea that like some people are like anatomically better set up or whatever. And really like I find that the most relevant factors are just like how much does a person really practice, because nobody practices as much as they should. I didn't practice as much as they should. Nobody does. I don't care how much willpower you have. Nobody practices as much as they could be. But also just like random things that people run into. And everybody's a bit different with that. Like you might muddle one thing up with another thing, and that might just happen. And like somebody else doesn't muddle those things, and therefore person A is a slightly slower than person B, because we have to then detangle that. But like it's whatever, everybody varies like by quite a lot. And I find that like
So what is the general process? Like, how does it work? What are some techniques?
yeah. Okay, so all right, we'll be going quite in depth here. You ready?
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Okay. So what testosterone actually does is there's three main things. Inside of your we'll move my mic so you can see my neck a bit better. Ugh. Can we do this? Shadows are being annoying. There we go. Okay, so can you see, first of all, on my neck here, everybody has this, but it's very prominent on my neck. I have a very slim neck, I guess. This little like tube here. You see that? This tube here is called my larynx. Okay? It's like think of it as like just a box of cartilage. When people say the voice box, that's what they mean. Your Adam's apple, by the way, is part of it. So that's an easy way to find it.
Why don't I
inside
have
of
an
that-
Adam's apple? I never had an Adam's apple.
Oh, testosterone exposure, I guess. Get fucked. Should have had more tea.
Okay.
It is in there. It probably just isn't sticking out enough. Or enough for your satisfaction, I suppose. I'm sure if you like feel up and down, you'll feel a bump somewhere.
I don't care. I just lean heavily into it. I just call myself the soy boy liberal. I'm the disgusting soy boy liberal, the guy that you argue with on Twitter. That's me.
Well, we're gonna get you a super masculine voice by the end of the stream, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so we have this inside, kind of near the bottomish, not like bottom area, I guess. Inside your vocal folds, That's how you make sound. So they're kind of like two little flaps, and they open and close like really quickly. And yeah, that's how sound is made. So air comes up through your lungs. That air, as it travels, it enters your larynx. Your vocal folds kind of chop it up and get it vibrating. And sound is vibrating air. So like your ears pick up the vibrations in the air, tell that to your brain turns that into sound. So literally vibrating air equals sound. Okay? So we have that vibrating air. That then continues to bounce around the rest of your vocal tract. All right? Your vocal tract being vocal folds to like all the way up your throat, out of your mouth, your nose, all of that whole space. That's your vocal tract. All right? And it bounce around. So first of all, vocal folds, they start to thicken up. And as they thicken up, that kind of changes the way that the air vibrates. So we go from a sound like this, where they would have been thinner, to more of a sound like this, where we have this kind of like heavier, thicker kind of a sound. We could describe this as like buzzier or thicker. Heavier is a common term. There's loads of things we could call this though. Like whatever that sounds like to you, the difference between this sound right now and this sound right now, this is that thickening of the vocal folds. Okay? We commonly call that vocal weight. Then we have our other factor. The vocal folds will lengthen a bit, which affects pitch a bit. Pitch isn't actually that relevant to gendering. It's a common fallacy. Then we have the other big thing of your larynx. The whole structure starts to descend downwards, which makes your voice sound more like this. So the change of this versus this sort of a sound, that's the larynx changing. So all feminization or masculinization is I teach you how to lower your larynx or raise your larynx, and I teach you to thicken up your voice or lighten your voice. So if I want to go from like here over to masculine, then I will lower my larynx to produce this kind of a sound, and then I will thicken up that sound.
How the
and add
heck
a bit
do you
more
lower
weight,
your larynx?
And now I have that kind of a thing. Yeah, so all of these things have to be learned to do.
Yeah, because I have like a tabletop role playing game that I'll do, and I can't do female voices at all. Yeah. So I just do my,
to give like some,
I'm just like, oh hello, like that's it. That's all I can do. And for the male voice, I could do it great, right? I like a nice raspy kind of a hello, welcome to my shop. Yeah. Kind of a
so it sounds like you're trying to imitate like some vocal weight stuff. You're trying to have like a really buzzy sound on the masculine, where you're having like I guess this kind of a sound, or like this kind of a sound for this really, really buzzy sound, versus you're going kind of like, kind of like lighty, kind of gentle. That's what you're trying to do there. So you have in yourself noticed vocal weight there. You just need to practice it.
Oh, okay, good. Right. Well, I don't know.
You've got some other stuff muddled in there that you've done accidentally, but you'd learn in time if you wanted to. But yeah, that larynx change, that's the big one. That takes a really long time to learn, like months and months. I've seen some people take up to a year.
Somebody just commented on my channel. They said First Amender's guest is hot.
Hells yeah. I disagree, but sure, I'll take it.
Good.
I haven't even got my makeup on today.
Continue. I interrupt a lot, so
no, you're fine.
My apologies.
But yeah, the big one is that larynx one, like you pointed out. And it is really difficult to learn. But over time you can learn to do it. It's the sound change of like if you get to like boxes or something and just tap on them, you'll notice you get kind of a similar note, but it still sounds really different. So like if I grab my ukulele and just give a little tap, and then if I also grab my bass guitar, thing it around the mic, you can hear the note there was actually really similar. It still sounded really different. That's that change. So when we have a larger space and a sound existing in that larger space, it kind of takes on that space. So when our larynx descends, now we have more space there. If you think bottom of your larynx to your mouth, that's more space being created.
I see.
That changes the sound and kind of gives it that darker kind of a tone, or that larger kind of a sound. So like if you're thinking of like what would you do if you were doing like a giant impression? How do giants sound? Like a cartoon giant or something.
B5O.
Yeah.
Really,
really big. No, that was perfect. It's really big sound. B5O. That's you dropping your larynx. You look into the camera, you'll probably see it happening. That was you masculizing a little bit. And then like you would, smaller is harder because you've probably not done that before, being I assume AMAB. We would learn to do that through things like playing with whispers can help.
I'm cisgendered.
Yeah, I figured from the him and
Anyway,
but when we're whispering, that can be a really useful way to play with that larynx height. We tend to call it size because it sounds bigger or smaller. But like if you whisper, the movement or like try to change pitch during a whisper, what's actually happening isn't a pitch change at all, because when we're whispering, remember, sound is made by the vocal folds opening and closing. If they stay open, then they can't do that and you can't make a pitch. And when you're whispering, that's exactly what's happening. So when I whisper like this, you're not hearing pitch. It doesn't exist. So if I go over to here, none of this is a pitch change right now. This is all that larynx moving up and down. If I even try to do this so you can hear me and see, you can hear, watch that, you can see my Adam's apple, which is part of my larynx. And then if I start moving it, it moves all the way down here.
Oh,
which is making the voice like this. And then if I just move that back again, it's moving all the way back.
I'm learning something.
Hells yeah. And that's a process,
That's
basically.
crazy.
That's like a snapshot of what you would. So if you were getting lessons with me, you'd
So
spend
you
the next
like
6
you
months
basically
learning to do that.
practice heightening
year.
your larynx is basically what you're,
Yeah.
or I'm sorry, raising the larynx.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly. And it's a bit more complicated.
So if I
when
push
you
it
get
up?
down to it. Yeah, don't push it up. Don't push it up.
Okay.
I guess for those that are trying to learn at home without lessons, don't push things around. Like you have muscles for that.
Okay.
You don't push things, you'll choke yourself.
Okay.
There's a technique out there called swallow and hold. Stay away from it because you'll injure yourself. For those that are like looking to get into it, find someone to like. There's loads of free resources out there to just get a basic introduction. If you go onto my channel, scroll through the lives, you'll find, if that was a playlist, the workshops that I've done, there's like, I don't even know how many, a bunch, I guess. Watch one of those. That'll give you
This is
I spent like
fabulous.
4
I love
hours
it.
going into it. So like if you don't have the money for lessons, then you can learn on your own. It just takes longer.
I can already tell you what you got to do to make your channel even better. You gotta
Don't tell people to do things for free. Tell them to give me money.
No, yeah, well, yeah, you gotta have your thumbnails.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta up your thumbnail game.
So here's the situation for YouTube. I need to like make videos and like actually go through all my fucking live streams and turn some into videos instead of just having a shit ton of live streams. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I've gotten a lot better. Like I used to hate editing, like when I first started, but then as I have like edited a tiny bit, I started like just editing a little. I'd be like, all right, I'm just adding an intro and that's it.
Yeah,
and then it started getting into like, well, there's a lot of ums and uhs and I'm gonna cut that out. And then I started like learning shortcut keys and like and like fast forwarding a lot of the content. So like I can like take like a 2-3 hour long, video and have it done in like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy like how fast it can actually get done once you start getting like a work groove on. That and combined with like as soon as I hit that render button, like okay, export, render, okay, it's in it'll be done in 20 minutes. That's when I'm making my thumbnail. I got Photoshop up and thumbnail, and I'm just and I usually take like a picture of myself, like I don't know, something like crazy, like
classic
like,
thing,
whatever,
like,
just
you wouldn't believe what this person
like,
just did.
kind
of expression. No, I get you.
And that has helped, and thankfully, like my channel, it has been not growing fast. It's not like crazy fast, but it's growing.
I looked at you just a moment. You were freaking. You've just debated a 220,000 subscriber YouTuber. Like, come on, that's pretty fucking. That's growth.
Thank
you
you.
know? You got
I
contacts
appreciate
and shit.
that.
You've networked. Like that's fucking
Yeah.
cool as fuck.
We'll see. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens
Yeah.
because like that's one thing is like I do think I should probably push myself out towards trans YouTubers
Sure.
mostly because like God, man, they're some of the most hated, most misunderstood people. And it's like when you actually talk to like a lot of trans people, they're super cool. They're like super cool about it. And they're not like
normal like everybody else. like
yeah,
most
and it's
demographics. We're just like, one of
why
them.
are you? Why is there? I mean, the entire internet is just like don't trans my kids. You know, but meanwhile, I'm going to take my kid to Catholic school, and we're in the youth network. Yeah, I'm sure there's I'm sure there's no abuse going on there. Like, bruh, what is wrong with these people, dude? It's freaking wild.
No, I think the best. I mean, you have to be like working with an honest like interlocutor. I can't say that word right now. Interlocutor.
They're never honest.
Whatever.
I'm just
you
gonna
get some.
I'm gonna
listen,
just tell you.
I try to be
so
like
rare.
hyper good faith. You get the odd one. But like if somebody is open to change their mind legitimately and is wanting to actually have a conversation, then the best I've seen for like discussing trans stuff with, like especially with like conversions, like transition stuff, or like especially with like kids and stuff. The best I've seen is like what do they think about the government getting involved with you and your kids and your doctor's decision on your kids' healthcare? Do you want the government getting involved in that? Because like that's their whole thing.
Yeah, it's like for that, it's an obvious no.
And then you can like, we've just had COVID where they went a little bit insane about the government being involved in your healthcare decisions. So you can like, it's such an easy avenue in.
That's a good point. But
I mean,
I've
like,
brought
do they
up
have kids? Stuff like that.
Yeah, I've brought up things like the WPATH standards of care and just trying to bring up like empirical basis behind like my arguments.
Big science.
And I've actually avoided talking about the sociology because these guys, they can't handle anything that is even remotely tied to sociology. So I've just been stuck on just discussing the endocrinology, the neurobiology. I've showed people, for example, like the neurobiology behind trans people. It turns out they actually have trans people observingly have different brains, and it's over 99% of self-affirming trans people have differences in the subcortical volumes of the brain. And I've brought this study up probably about 100 times now, and it breaks right-winger brain. They can't do it. They're like, no, it's got to be a social contagion, and they cannot explain these studies away. And it's wild to me.
Okay, because I was in my mind, I was thinking that it wouldn't work just because like they don't actually care about science, and so it's a relevant point.
Yeah.
But if that's working, then like
correct.
hell's yeah.
Well, I mean, occasionally you end up with people who are more rounded because. I mean, I think I debated. What was his name? This is how little I think about these people. What was his freaking name? Alex Stein.
Oh my God. Okay, sure.
Yeah. Like this
How did
dude.
That
go? Yeah. I mean, like I've shown him here. Why don't I'll share you a short. I'll give you a short.
Do it.
I'll share my screen. And I'll give you a quick short so we can see it real quick. All right. Do you see my screen?
Yeah, I'm just seeing if I can make this so that my viewers can see, which I'm pretty sure I can do if I just spend a minute moving things around. There we go. And then
here we go. Here we go. This is let me remove that.
Cool.
All right, here we go. Ready?
He's right. You can't. It's like arguing with somebody that just doesn't have, any sort of grasp of simple logic.
I mean, I'm throwing you the basic studies. I'm showing you evidence-based research, and your response this entire time was just ad homs. It had no basis in logic.
I showed you the studies, bud.
I never implied
I showed
that
you the
sex
study,
changes.
buddy.
It
I
doesn't.
showed you the study, buddy.
No, you showed me grok.
I showed you the study, buddy.
You showed me grok.
Study, buddy. I showed you grok. AI smarter than your dumb ass or single cell anemia. Sick.
This is what I'd expect from Alex Stein.
It literally feels like this. Like it's just like I'm surrounded by morons.
He's right. You know.
And
Yeah.
there was another one.
I feel like that's his whole shtick, though. Like, Alex Stein is basically he'll give it a go, and then when he inevitably loses because he doesn't know shit about shit or even shit about debate, he'll just kind of like shout at you.
Yeah.
And that's
so here's another example. Like here's where he gets $100 super chat. Here we go.
$100 super chat.
Jesus.
Joshua Aguilar. Josh Aguilar. No. You will never get $100 super chat, you bitch first offender. You will never. And your thousands of years you can stream for 1,000 million years. You will never get $100 super chat.
Okay, I hate to do this, but we have to go to the next one.
By the way,
Jesus
FYI,
Christ.
just for fun.
Man's fucking nuts, isn't he?
And then here we go. This is it. I'm sorry. This. Here we go. Here we go.
Wait, what?
I'm smoking a cigar outside.
Yeah, I don't. Ah, there you go. There you go.
I thought that was the
it's good
funniest
bait.
thing ever. Yeah,
it's a good way to farm subs.
Yeah, it's very funny.
That's
anyway, but I just want to let you know, if you ever decide to go on Modern Day Debate, just FYI, you are going to get a lot of hate, a lot of hateful people.
Yeah,
they're just going to show up.
Yeah, that's for.
And they're going to say some hateful stuff. And just so you're aware, because Modern Day Debate has hosted a lot of Crucible members, there's a lot of people that come from the Crucible where it's like they genuinely they want like a Christian nationalist world to exist, and they want it to cater to that. And I just want you to imagine what that type of person is. A lot of the times they're young, they lack life experience. They say, women should stay in the kitchen, women deserve no rights, all the horrible nightmarish things.
The classic things.
And yeah, and they'll bring up stuff like race statistics, like oh, black people commit most of the crime, ridiculous stuff like that. The stuff that's been debunked so much.
Yeah. And like I'm chill facing those things. It's like, I basically like if there was a world where I could engage, but then they don't come and join my audience, that would be great. But like obviously that's never the reality.
Just be aware, if you open the floodgates, honestly, it do you good. But just FYI, if there's any amount of like, I don't know, like anxiety or like you're worried about how people see you, don't do it. Don't do it.
If you have my entire and only concern is like for the rest of my audience and just like keeping their space as somewhere that they can have for learning voice, because really that's what we're all about. Trans Network, as the name kind of implies, is just we do shit to help you with your transition. And like,
well, you could even
I can definitely see how that could
news.
Be.
You could talk news, you could talk pro-trans news, and because there's a lot of news out there for it's specifically trans people.
There's been UK has been a hotspot for news at the minute. Not all of it most fun, but
God, the UK
it's a little bit fucking. It was like fine, and then like, well, it was good. It was fine, and then like 5 months ago, it wasn't fine. It was like no longer fine.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, April came, and it came.
So me personally, like I think that like the stats regarding trans individuals and trans affirming care is there. And a lot of people, they say, well, there's no long-term study, but it's like, dude, we have studies that are like 2+ years long. And it's like, how long does it need to be? Oh, it's gotta be 10, it's gotta be 20 years. I'm like, well, it's only a matter of time before that gets released. and then that's where you're probably going to start seeing more of the trans affirming care side kind of win over, because there's just so much information that is readily available. And right now there's like a right-wing wave where they're just like, we just deny the existence of these studies. And it's all, I believe as time goes on, I don't know, we're going to see 2030, 2040 as this, hey guys, you guys remember when we did those like weird Jim Crow laws, but for trans people? Like, that's what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
I believe that. I do.
If we look at it as sort of like a pattern through time, like what gay people was like a thing before, and now nobody gives a fuck. And like, even if you're on the right, like if you say that you hate gay people are going to look at you weird. Like, nobody's going on Joe Rogan and being like, well, I guess there's a great example. Ben Shapiro goes on Joe Rogan, and him having an issue with like Dave Smith being gay is an issue, and like Joe has to talk about it because like it's weird. And even amongst the right, it's weird. Why are you against gay people? And so like, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be the same without the trans people. It starts off, we're all freaks on Jerry Springer, and then it's like, oh, these are like people, but we hate them. And then eventually it's like, okay, it's cringe to hate trans people. Like, that seems to be the cycle. It just takes a while, you know?
Where do you stand on, say, the sports issue regarding trans individuals?
Yeah, it's a
do you have any thought on
one.
it?
I'm sympathetic to both sides on it. I think this is the one thing where it's like, okay, sure, this is a valid discussion. Because like, it's so complicated. For most trans people, it's irrelevant. Because for most people, it's irrelevant. Because most people aren't spending their lives training. And so like the minor changes.
And then for starters, just FYI, ain't none of these right-wing chuds ever watch a single women's sports anything ever.
Anyway.
They literally don't care. They're like, all right, Buttercup, well, back to your, whatever, nobody watches sport. And then they're just like, and now it's like a giant problem. But
yeah, for sure.
Here, I'll tell you my take, but go ahead and continue.
No, go for it. Oh, I was going to say so like where it comes to like kids, again, like this is not the top level of sport. What are you talking about? Who cares? Like, yes, you want some like competitive like thing, but like, which team's for fat kid on? Because that's affecting things a lot more than anything else, like all those little things, there's so like, this isn't that level, so it's not relevant. I'd say the only place where this conversation even has any place is literally like the top of competitive sports, in which case, okay, it will vary case by case. There will be situations where like, if I had been training all my life in a particular sport and then started my transition and I'm still training through the transition, then I'm going to be at a further place in terms of
at an
physical
advantage
elements. I'm going to be at an advantage compared to a cis woman that's had all other things equal. So I think that's a relevant thing to point out. I don't really know what the solution is, because on one hand, like, sure, okay, if you're saying there should be like maybe a separate trans division, I can understand. That's going to be a difficulty just because of like amount of people.
There's not enough trans people.
Realistically, is just not enough. Realistically, it'll just end up with trans women not being in sport, which sucks. There's also like the issue of trans men. Like, everybody talks about trans women here. What about the trans men? If we're saying that,
there's trans women trans men that actually have won some competitions.
Right. So like,
they don't talk about that.
But even if we're saying that, like, oh, trans women, so you should be in the men's because that's what you are in terms of your biology. Does that mean you want the trans men with the women? Because they're going to be at a way bigger competitive advantage than the trans women were. So, because they're on testosterone, like they're on it right now.
So here's what I've kind of broken down. What I believe it is. Okay. And it took me a while to kind of get to my position, but I had to look at some very, very specific use cases for me to consider my position. So I'll tell you what it is. So I believe that trans women, they should be able to compete in the women's sports. Sure. Trans men should be able to compete in the men's sports. Why? Okay. So I am aware of the physical advantage of certain trans women depending on where they have transitioned. If they transitioned, pre-pubertal,
obviously none of that's
hormone blockers,
relevant.
HRT at 16, none of that is going to be relevant. But I'm talking like you have transitioned in your 20s, that's going to be different. It's post-pubertal. And you're going to have a natural advantage. And so here's the thing. Understanding that the existence of trans people exists as early as at an embryonic stage, it is a hormonal difference that causes morphological changes in the brain itself. This means they have a genetic difference from that of other people. Well, guess what? There are tons of people that have genetic advantages that allow them to compete at very high levels. You're going to tell me a guy like Shaq doesn't have a genetic advantage in their height and their strength, in their it's a literal wall. Have you seen what Shaq looks like drinking a bottle of water? It looks like a grown man just holding a juicy juice, like little tiny juice cup. Like, it is insane, like a full bottle of water. So I'm just like, and then same thing with like Usain Bolt. Do you think Usain Bolt does not have a genetic advantage over other runners? Yeah, he freaking does. He does,
swimmer.
right? So,
I don't remember his name. He
Michael
literally,
Phelps,
we know it.
that dude's got
Michael
webbed
Phelps.
feet.
He has something with his lungs.
Feet.
He's being diagnosed with it. He actually has like a
thing,
that gives him a massive competitive advantage.
Under that basis, right? We don't like say, oh, your lungs are too big, you can't compete, or oh, you're too tall, you're too big, you're like 7 foot tall, and so you could just like reach up and dunk, and so you can't compete because you could just reach up and dunk. That's not fair to the other players. No, dude, we celebrate that. They're like, dude, you have a clear advantage. So I want to bring up one person that I use as an example. So I want to bring up a person named Caster Semenya. Do you know who Caster Semenya is?
No, I don't know.
Oh my God, it's incredible. This person here. I'm gonna just post it on Chrome so people can see it. Hold on.
I'll look it up on my end.
Sorry, I'm just moving stuff. What the hell did I just move? What the fuck? All right. So Caster Semenya is a. We actually don't know if they're XY. I suspect they are XY. But basically, from the get-go, they have a something that happened to them at an embryonic stage, where instead of having ovaries, they have fully functional testicles where there are ovaries. They're internal testicles. As a result, they received a steady dose of just testosterone their entire life. And if you look at this person, they look like a man. But guess what? They got a vagina. They have passed sex testing, and they have a very clear genetic advantage over other winners or over other women. They got gold multiple times, and they were made to undergo sex testing. They passed the sex testing, and then later on, they had revoked her ability to compete without her having to undergo feminizing therapy. But what's wild about this is that Caster Semenya is actually completely comfortable with their body. They love their body. They have no issue. They don't want to. And I'm like, wait, hold on.
That's rough.
So we're going to like force somebody to feminize themselves so that way that they can compete. What are we doing?
Yeah, that's a little bit. Like, and I think that's where the argument gets like just impossibly tricky. Like, I feel like that is like it's hard to get. For me,
it's not impossibly tricky. The trick is we acknowledge that the being trans, that existence is a genetic anomaly, and knowing that it is a genetic anomaly, we do not discriminate against people on the basis of a genetic anomaly. Period.
I think the argument you can run into there that you got to be careful of, and I don't know of response, to be honest, is by that same logic, what is even well, like, why even have men and women's sports at that point? If we're saying that none of the like identifying factors of why you would like any of the differences between male and
because
female
women by
are relevant,
sex
then,
in
like,
general, because women by sex in general have are less performative than men by sex. That's fine.
but
I
you're
don't
not
have an
dealing with the
issue with
general.
that, right?
You're dealing with the extreme. So you're dealing with the
Yeah,
exceptions.
correct. And so it's like, okay, well then I mean, me personally, I'm just like, okay, well, I think we need to like, it's a play it by ear situation. I think it's like, okay, if you are, say, a trans woman, it would be affirming to be like, okay, well, just lower your testosterone to a certain level.
Sure.
And if you have an 8% advantage because of your, I don't know, muscle density, freaking insert bone density here, you know, but there are other women, biological women, who have this. And they can compete. It doesn't make any sense. Just let them freaking compete. It doesn't. And I don't know. Dude, they banned trans women from chess tournaments.
Yeah, that one was crazy.
What?
What are you doing? I haven't read
what
the
are
story.
we doing?
I don't know
How
the
stupid
details,
are
but,
we?
like, I have no idea how the fuck that works.
What's the point of
Like,
that? That's
nuts
just
to me.
idiotic.
Yeah.
I'm like, what advantage do women have? I watched a woman.
Why even are there
crush
women's and
Magnus
men's
Carlsen.
chess? I don't understand. Like, what?
Okay.
It's chess.
I
Googled
this because I'm like, why?
Okay, where does
It
this
doesn't
come from?
Okay, so it actually comes down to that men in chess are really freaking toxic. They're super toxic to women, and they make it a really hostile atmosphere for women. Yeah, because there's this idea that women are like of lower intelligence or are less capable of like tactical whatever, blah, blah, blah. There is, by the way, zero empirical basis behind that. It's just complete nonsense.
They'll just be... I can see how, having been in a lot of nerdy spaces before, it does attract the incels. It does.
It's like
this. And I'm sorry.
Imagine you go into like a LAN party, a bunch of guys there, and they're all playing video games, and then the shows up, and it's like, all right, Buttercup, you know, just, like, yeah. So that's why there's the separation. So I'm not against, like, I do want it to be a comfortable space for women, but then that would include trans women. Like, dude, and to be fair though, like, it has been like just universally condemned by the chess community in the official. So people are not so. It's only a matter of time, right? We're still in the dark tunnel, but maybe it'll get better. You know?
Yeah. I feel like if you're wanting a change in that direction, chess would be the good place to start. Because, like, I don't know how anyone's going to defend. Like, the only way you could possibly defend that, the only way you could defend that is by making some argument about women being stupid. Like, I don't see any other way you could make the argument of, like, separating. Like, it just, you can't make a non-misogynist. You can't defend it without being, like, flagrantly misogynistic. To, like, assist women. I agree. You know?
I agree.
There's just no way. How the fuck are you gonna do that?
Yeah. I completely agree.
So, like, yeah, it's definitely a place to start, I'd say. Yeah.
Well, good talk. I mean, you know, I'm on the other side as like one of these people that is just, God, I get so much hate watchers, man. It's wild.
You will do.
I'm trying to work on my community where it's like more positive, but you know, this is kind of
like
the
a
nature
Discord
of debate. I do. Well, actually, it's just a notification server. It's not intended for anybody to like go in there. I mean, if you want the notification,
well, I was just saying, like, if you're wanting somewhere to like help yourself build like a positive community and stuff, that might be a way to do it. Like, have somewhere for them to go. You know.
I did promise the owner of the Discord on Modern Day Debate that I would not compete against them in any way, because I can and so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna make my own Discord. I used to have my own Discord. I got it to about 2,000 members.
Oh wow.
And I got news for you. It got too much. I was like, it was really poor for my mental health. I'll send you though if you want the notification server. It's just very minimal. It's just like, hey, here's a discussion text, and I just ping you when I'm streaming. That's it.
Yeah,
That's all it does. So, it's very like hands-off approach, because before, when I was running my own politics Discord, I think I mean, again, like I would get messages at like 3 o'clock in the morning, like, we're getting raided. And I'm like,
yeah, politics server's gotta be rough. You gotta have staff.
It's horrendous. Oh my God. Anyways, because of the nature of what I do, I've just hands-off approach. I don't know, maybe one day, but no promises there.
No, it's fair enough.
Anyway,
it's fair enough.
It was
lovely meeting you. Thank you for shooting me a message. You have this role.
Yeah.
You have this role now. So like, if you ever see me streaming and I'm in that channel, you can just hop in whenever you want.
Sick. Great. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No worries,
yeah.
No worries.
Did I just get a sub? Med's Mouth just subscribed. Thank you for the subscription, homie. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think somebody else had subscribed. Like, I saw the number go up, but Streamlabs like just works and then it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I hate it. Why does it do that?
Or like it has like a several minute delay or whatever. Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, like you went through. You use Streamlabs as well, right?
Stream Elements I use, but yeah, same issues.
Yeah. Oh my God. Anyway, all right.
Well, to everybody that has just
leave
subscribed to First Amendment, thank you for subscribing. Do that more often.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, and the sound plays twice sometimes.
Hey, there you go. You'll get a double notification. You will get the best opportunity. Now is the time to subscribe. You will get
only the best notification. Only the best. It's so good. It happens twice. Anyway.
Yeah, how's yeah. All right. Well, lovely meeting
anyway,
you.
Thank Yep. You have yourself a great rest of your stream. I'm going to play some Metro, or I'm sorry. Why do I keep saying Metro? Stalker 2. I'm playing Stalker.
Stalker 2. Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Have a good one. Good luck with your next debate.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Yo, that was pretty cool. Let's head over to the Just Chatting screen. That was a cool little tangent. Let me get rid of this. Okay, what do you think about chat? Any comments on the discussion and everything which has happened? What a random thing to happen. Is this Eliza Lizard? Maybe. I don't know if he goes by that. Yeah, what a random little fun little thing. Yeah, it'd be cool to do more with like politics and stuff, because I do enjoy it as a hobby. It is just for concern, like First Amendment said, like it's, do I want to expose my community to that? Because like if I'm debating somebody, I would probably describe myself as a centrist, but like that ends up landing me on the left pretty hardcore, because like the right is fucking insane right now. And so like if I'm debating somebody, who's it realistically going to be? Like a fucking Trumpel? And like, are they really going to be, are their audience going to be who I want in my community? Or like, are they going to be healthy for my community is more to put? Like anyone can join the community. I don't care who you vote for. You're welcome to join, but like, just be a good person and don't be an asshole, Yeah. A lot of figuring out there. Or I could just debate you guys. You got a cool, fun little thing. I think I'd have fun though. And it's content, It's fun content. I don't know. He seemed cool though. He seemed pretty chill. He's probably like left of me, but like, we'll take it. But yeah, that was what a random thing to have happen. It was really cool. Yeah, I guess I'll have to. I think I do check in with the community every so often of like, where do people sit on that kind of content? Because like, if you all hate it, then what's the point in streaming it? But yeah, because like I think content has sometimes been a bit tricky of like, what are we going to stream about today? Because like, well, I guess I could talk about these t-shirts that I just bought, But apart from that, it can be a bit tricky, like knowing what to talk about sometimes. I mean, I'm mostly just looking to just hang out with the audience and just give them the opportunity to hang out with me. But yeah, I mean, it would be a source of like regular stuff. It's like this developing thing where we can talk about discussions and stuff. Yeah, it provides just good talk, I guess. I think that's one of the things I like about politics. Like, you have like this evolving discussion that happens, which is really fun. And like develops and stuff as like you think things over or you learn new things. And like, yeah, the whole conversation can like grow and develop, and can be really interesting, you know. And then you can debate different people, have different guests on. It can be fun. It can be interesting. But on the other side, you have the audiences, and like maintaining a healthy audience when like your core thing isn't necessarily politics. It's like something where you're helping vulnerable people, essentially, you know, people that are trying to get through their transition. So it's tricky. For you, it was interesting to hear about First Amender, being a bit of a politics junkie myself. Oh, okay, maybe we do have a few politics junkies in here then. I mean, again, not recently, because I was a Destiny viewer. I'll say it, I'll admit it. Because he did have good content, fuck you. But like now that's like not a thing because he's fucking crazy. And to be fair, politics over the past 6 months has been so boring. Like online politics are just it's real palestine. Not to fucking be dismissive or whatever. I just don't care. It's just not my thing. I've never been like I can enjoy some global politics, but it's been the only topic of discussion for like coming on to 2 years now. Like, gee, we need a new arc. Like, that's a long time to be focused on for one thing. Like, I watched Loner Box now. Loner Box is like my replacement for Destiny, but like, it's all he's interested in, and fair enough to him. He's a Middle East politics channel now, but dang it, he used to talk about other stuff. I lost my content. Why did Steven have to be such a fucking weirdo? Like, cringe. Absolute cringe. But yeah, it'd be fun to be able to like talk about stuff. And to be fair, we have like dipped into stuff occasionally. Like we've kept up with the whole Supreme Court stuff, and all of that, which was really fun. And it's like, on one hand, like, this is shit, but like it's fun to talk about. And yeah. I guess if we wanted to explore it more, like, First Amender's right, like, we could just look at more news, more jobs for me to do. But we could do stuff. We could do stuff if we wanted to. It'd be cool to, like, bring on viewers to debate stuff. Or, like, you know, it doesn't have to be strictly politics. Like, wider, like, the AI debate. Fucking everybody hates AI. And I'm like, it's just a tool, you know? It can be used in shitty ways. It can be used in good ways. It's like anything, you know? There's not like an inherent bad. Which I know a lot of people, like, vehemently hate AI. So, like, it'd be cool to debate people on that. But, like, I don't know if our audience would be interested in, like, debating random stuff. Yeah. We could do, like, viewer call-ins or something, though. Just, like, what do you want to debate over or chat about? It'd be fun. Ugh. But yeah, what a random thing to pop up. All I had today, my entire content was like, look, cool top. It looks cool. I look good. Lamau. Also, one of his audience said I look hot. Hells yeah. He hit me up in the DMs. Just kidding. I have a boyfriend. Sorry. But still, this is pretty cool. AI isn't bad or evil unless you make it evil. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of my opinion. Like, I don't care about AI art. Like, cool. More people get to have access to art now. Great. I have no issue there, you know? And like, if you feel like you're like hard done by because like your job is being replaced by something, like that is, as much as it sucks, like that is kind of how all of everything works. Like the printing press deleted everybody that worked in like writing out stuff. Fucking the what was it called, the hand weavy thingy for weaving clothing, the mechanized version of that for calendar deleted all of those jobs. Like this is what happens all the time. Automation has happened through all of human history, and every single, like, there is not an item I own that doesn't have automation involved in it somewhere. That eventually, well, if we go back far enough, there would have been more than one person making that stuff, and that's just kind of like, that's not an AI thing. That's just what we do, and then like that allows us to have cheaper goods. Like, Jesus, if my PC had to be made without any automation, everything was built by hand, it would be fucking a fortune. It would be like super expensive. Like what? Everything has to be mined by a pickaxe, all the silica and stuff. Fucking like think about the level of granularity you're talking if you're stripping away all automation. I don't even think it'd be possible to make a processor without using like automation to do so. I don't think it'd be possible, because like, how are you going to make that level of precision? It's just not practical. You using Google AI Gemini a lot? It's not that bad and quite helpful. Yeah, I switched from Gemini to GPT because I did find it a little bit better. But yeah, I fucking use ChatGPT to help with like fashion stuff. You know, like, oh, here's a new top. What could I pair this with? And it'll give you some suggestions. Or like, I used AI to figure out what my color palette was. Apparently I'm a dark winter, or a deep winter. Like, it's just, it can be useful for stuff, you know? Yeah. And like, yeah, it's shit at some things. Yeah. Everything's shit at some things. Like, this mic is shit at hammering nails. It's not very good at it. It's trash at it. It doesn't mean mics are bad. It doesn't mean this mic is bad. It just means that's not the right job for the mic. The mic is for hearing sound and making that into like a computer shit. Yeah, I don't know. I think there definitely is a thing of like people using AI to do things that it doesn't make sense at, which, like, fair enough. Like, yeah, it's going to be a waste of money and it's going to be shit. But yeah, that doesn't mean that it's just somebody using it in a silly way that doesn't make sense, you know? I don't know. I think the strong feelings are mostly just people want their artist friends to be able to charge a lot of money, and like, you're valid charging that amount of money. Like, it takes a long time to make good art. That sucks. I don't know what to say. Like, yeah, that's automation. It sucked for the factory workers that were building cars, and then that was automated. That sucked, yeah. But like, I mean, I can't justify like the product being expensive for the entire human populace so that you can earn more money. Like, it does suck, and I'm sorry, but you're like, the idea of like not having AI so that like artists don't have to compete with AI is you're essentially saying that you want you to be prioritized over all the rest of humanity, which like it's I can't do it. I can't do it. Got talking about it last night with, I screwed up reading that massively. Got talking with it last night about what makes you feel female. Was a helpful conversation. Yeah, hells yeah, if that worked. I'd say like, be careful using ChatGPT as a therapist or Google Gemini as a therapist, because like, it ain't a therapist. Like, definitely, I would say if you're asking those questions, a therapist might be a good idea for you. But like, it can definitely be a thing to just, you know, talk about stuff and figure shit out. It analyzes big amounts of data. That's its whole shtick. So like, yeah, if you're trying to figure out like a pattern of behavior, then it's really good at that, you know? So like, what is the feminine version of something would be great at that, because it's analyzing a huge amount of data to find a pattern. Yeah, perfect. It's the perfect tool for it. Yeah. Yeah, do real therapist session earlier today? Yeah, good. Okay, good. Yeah. But yeah, I think topics like that could be really fun. Because I feel like a lot of people don't fully think things out necessarily. I think it's a lot more sort of vibes based. And so it can just be good to like sort of play with that and like challenge it a little. Like, but people hate that. People hate having their vibes challenged, you know? I used to hate having my vibes challenged until I just did it enough. You know, it's not comfortable to sit with cognitive dissonance. That's the whole thing. So like, you know, I can get it. That's the other thing. If we went into like politics, like, am I gonna get in trouble with my audience? Like, if I say like I did today, and like, oh, you know, entirely comfortable saying these things, like, I don't know the answer with trans women in sports or trans men in sports for that matter. Because nobody talks about a trans men argument, which is like also a really important thing to talk about. I don't know. It just seems it's hard. This is a really hard argument. I don't know what the answer is. I feel like the First Amendment argument, I think this argument can like very quickly run into the issue of like why you even distinguish men and women's sports in the first place. Like on one hand, you could say that trans people are just an outlier. But like, if our populace is large enough in time that we end up being like a larger part of women's sports, I could see how that could be an issue, you know, because you're already selecting for the top performers. So it raises a valid argument of like, there are other things that are like, we still have a rule of men and women, but there are going to be like things that are like at the edges of in terms of just pure biology, at the edges of like female human, because we are bimodal. We're not actually like a binary, hence intersex people exist. And yeah, like it's just tricky. Yeah. I feel like every answer you go to is going to have a group of people like feeling shared and like validly feeling shared no matter what you do. So like, yeah, I don't know. Like the best case scenario that I can think of is having like a trans division, which does suck in and of itself because you are kind of making a statement of like trans women not being women and trans men not being men, which is sucky. And I can totally see how that would feel shit to participate in. And just also the practical issue there of like, we're having like you just, how are you going to find enough people for a fucking division, you know? I don't know. I got nothing. I don't know what the answer is. Or the only other one I could think of, but it would be so fucking complicated, would be like, you scrap men's and women's sports, and instead you have like along the lines of like, what is the factor that would be most relevant? Like weight divisions in fighting sports, you could have whatever divisions in whatever sports. But I think you'll still have an issue there of like, everything would have to be split into so many different divisions for it to work. So yeah, I don't know what you do. When it comes to sports, the FA had a right idea. If your hormone levels were same as your identity, then you could take part as that. Then EHSC ruling happened. 3 million play football in the UK. Only 20 are transgender. Not enough for a football game. Yeah, exactly. I think the issue would run into with the FA version there is just because your hormone levels are what they are right now, that you can still have differences in your body that aren't a reflection of that. No, I'm a perfect example. By that FA like thing, I would be I'd be all good to be in women's sports. However, you can probably see I haven't fully feminized yet. Like, you can see it in my face. You can look at those fucking, like, look at that situation, like all of that area there. You can see my fucking killer ass jawline. That's never going to go away because bones aren't going to change. There's a lot about me that's still very masculine. And so if I had been training as a footballer for as long as professionals typically do, then I would be in a much, like, a big advantage compared to cis women because of just biology. And it's tricky, you know? It's tricky. I'm kind of, I guess I take the fence sitter position of just like, every situation here is shit and I don't know the answer. Sorry. You know? Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know if like some people in the community would get like pissy at me being like not having the correct opinion, which I don't know, you know. I think it is true that like there are some areas of the internet where trans people get a little bit militant and crazy. It's usually just young people because it's not a trans thing, it's just a young thing. You know, but yeah, I don't know. Could affect things. That just looks after 18 months of HRT, your physiology is more like a cis woman now. I would disagree. I don't feel like I look particularly cis. Oh, there's something we can freaking talk about. Okay, so as I've talked about a few times, my brain's a little fucky in this department. And so it's hard for me to like gauge like whether what I'm seeing is a reflection of reality or not. I have passed a couple of times now, which is bizarre, and I don't know what to make of that. But like I do have my voice helping me significantly there. So like I don't know how to understand that. Like if my hair's tied back, I lose all femininity in my face. So, you know, I don't know. I don't think I look cis. I think it's pretty obvious that I'm trans. I don't think I look masculine anymore, but I don't think I look feminine yet. I probably have like a mix of features, probably. Do I feel as strong as when I was a male? Definitely not. Definitely not. But there's more factors than that, you know. And do I feel the strength? Obviously, I don't know this because I can't know this from a feeling. But am I the strength of a cis woman if all else was equalized? Like if they had the exact same exercise and diet and all of that I did, or that I do. I don't know. I definitely have lost a lot of muscle mass. I still am quite muscular. Like if we go back to, if I take this off so we can see my arms, like there is still a bit of muscle there, and it's not, you know, it's not anything crazy. It's not crazy muscle, but there is some muscle there, which for someone who does very little exercise, I guess this one's lost a bit more. Where's the angle? There, we got a little bit of something there. More than a cis woman typically would. Or like if we look at my shoulders a bit more, like how do I do this with this lighting? I don't know. This arm is kind of working, I guess. This is more muscle than would be typical of a cis woman that does not a huge amount of exercise, or like a pretty average amount of exercise. Like you can see in this angle here, like this arm is like pretty muscular. It's the answer when it comes to sports. The reason they ban us is because they think, that's complicated. It's not about whether you're as strong as a man. It's whether you are as competitive advantage to a woman, to a cis woman. And like, so there's so many factors that goes into it because it's not just muscle mass. If it was just muscle mass, it'd be a much easier argument. But like, bone density can be quite a significant factor in a lot of different sports. And bone density doesn't change from HRT. Lung capacity, very obviously, can be quite a huge significant factor. And that doesn't change from HRT. There's a variety of different things. So like, I think it's a valid concern. I don't know what the answer is. Every answer seems like a shit answer. But like, I get it, you know? Yeah, I don't know. It's just a shit problem with no good solutions, you know? That said, though, it's just at the upper top level. Any arguments for anything that isn't that make no fucking sense. Like, if it's just like your local golf club, like, bro, you are like, dude, this is not the upper echelon of sport. I'm sorry, it just isn't. Or your local tennis club, I'm sorry, bro, it's just not it. Or especially fucking like school shit. Like, really, you think your fucking 8-year-old kid is at the top end of football or whatever? Like, dude, they're 8. Chill, you know? That competitive advantage hasn't even set in yet. They're 8. They haven't even been exposed to fucking testosterone yet. At least not in terms of puberty. Yeah, I don't know. It's silly. It's silly. I think that's where, like, that's where you would target the argument of like everywhere that isn't like professional sports, because it's only relevant in professional sports. It's the only place it's relevant. Anything else is just silliness, you know. And then you have just like all the rest of the fucking stuff in the UK right now of like I feel like if you're wanting to fight this battle, like, we need toilets first. Give us a toilet, then we can talk football, you know? Let me pee first. Or like, you know, any of the other stuff. Because that's affecting America as well now. Has Texas done it? I know there's been like a lot of back and forth talk. Texas, bathroom, and I think there's a couple of other states as well. Bill. Because no, like, they've been running into issues of like a bunch of cis people running into issues, being like harassed in bathrooms, even though they're cis, you know. I think there was a kid that gave testimony because he was being harassed, because he has long hair. It's like, bro, is a fucking 12-year-old kid. Chill. Not even trans. Okay, it looks like has it just arrived in Texas? I think they're like trying to. Oh, it just passed 4 days ago. Jesus. It's one of the final acts. Present transgender, non-binary. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it looks like it literally just passed 4 days ago. There you go. Yeah, dude. I feel like the battleground right now is just over fucking toilets. Just piss pots. It's nonsense. Oh, there you go. We're talking of lung size. The IOC found trans women had worse lung function maybe than cis women. Okay, fair enough. You still, like, that just gives you one factor. You still have to go into like all the other stuff as well. But yeah, it's a complicated argument, and I understand how both sides could validly feel sucky because of it. Whoa, that is a whole bunch of shit flashing on my screen. Jesus, Forbes, what the fuck? No one's gonna read your paper if you flash 5 different fucking things I have to click off. Jesus Christ. Significant findings: transgender women performed worse than cisgender women in tests measuring lower body strength. Transgender women performed worse tests measuring lung function. Had a higher percentage of fat mass, lower fat-free mass, and weaker hand grip than cisgender men. Bone density was found to be equivalent of that of cisgender women. Okay, so this flies in the face of a lot of, at least my understanding of it. We'd have to look into more deeply on what this study was and stuff. Maybe. I feel like you'd need an explanation of how, like, for example, lower body strength would be worse than cisgender women. Like, there needs to be an explanatory factor for that. But yeah. And maybe if we, because my, like, the only, like, sympathy I have with this side is, like, if there is an advantage, then yeah, fair play. But if we find in science that that's not actually the case, then argument settled, pretty much. You know? But yeah. Yeah. I think if there is an advantage, then that's worth talking about. And that's reasonable. I get it. But yeah, I feel like right now, it's not the priority, I guess. I mean, well, if you're involved in it, then it's totally the priority for you. But yeah, I think right now the bathroom is gonna be the battleground right now. And just like, yeah, like, bro, really, you're gonna police where I go pee? Yikes. Which one's the pervert here? What? Like, what? Really? I don't know. It's kind of nutty. All right, I'm going to wrap up in the next few minutes because I'm teaching soon. This was fun, though. I had fun today. It was cool. Hells yeah. We have a new streamer buddy, First Amender. Yeah, so if you enjoyed a little chit chat with First Amender, then you can check them out on YouTube. Just First Amender. I'll grab a little linky link. First Amender. And he had a big old debate with some big people. Like, he's had a whole bunch of big debates. Small YouTuber right now. Like, 750 subscribers. But meanwhile, like, what? We have debates with Alex Stein. We have debates that have been hosted by Modern Day Debates. We have debates with who did you say? Andrew Wilson. Like, Jesus, that's that's big. Wait, debate with Rachel Wilson? Is that like fucking Andrew Wilson's wife or some shit? Yeah, we got some pretty big debates in here. So keep an eye on that channel because he's probably going to expand a bit. I can see this person. Jesus, there's a lot of content here that you can watch as well. Damn. Yeah, so if you enjoyed hanging out with them, then check them out. Else, yeah. In fact, I think he is still live right now. So if you want to go check him out, then by all means do so. All right. Well, have a lovely rest of your day, everybody. What have we got on the calendar? So our next thing is going to be Wednesday. It's just going to be a short one. I've got a lesson with Mara, but I have laser like shortly after, so it'll just be a brief one. And then yeah, after that it'll be next week. All right. I'll see you all next time. Have a lovely rest of your days. And yeah, I'll see you on Wednesday. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Whoop.